Hello again, sorry for delay. The game is almost ready. About 1, 2, maybe 3 minutes, and we are starting. So we have a little short time to speak some more about the game. As we said, Inferno, Mirage, and Dustu are on its way.
Yeah, I have to be honest with you. The Inferno pick from forZe surprised me from the get-go. I thought they would jump on Mirage after beating VP quite cleanly on that one. Then I went back and I looked at some of their results against the top 30, and I see a loss 16-8 against Movistar Riders. I see a loss against the Portuguese team, 16-3. So I feel a little bit uncomfortable about that Inferno pick because, like I said, the win rate for Complexity isn't that bad. So moving into Mirage, I feel like this puts a lot of pressure onto forZe to not miss the ball on that first map. If Complexity were to start strong with that 1-0, then moving on to Mirage, which is a map that we know can allow the individuals from Complexity to have a lot of impact, I could be a little bit uncomfortable. I'm sure Jerry has a plan, and he's the type of captain that usually has a plan. But for this time, I'm not too sure I agree with the veto.
And that shows us something about Complexity with the pick of the Mirage. They are very confident in it, so they are not picking the map that is not convenient for the opponent. They are picking the map that is convenient for themselves, because they want to play their game, do whatever they want to do, and not to be dependent on the opponent.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's a show of trust and confidence and somewhat like authority if you're Complexity. Going into Mirage saying, hey, you know what? You beat VP on it. That's your main pick. We don't care. We think we're better than you on that map. And honestly, I think it's the journey that Complexity has been, and this tournament is going to be for Complexity as well. It's about making a statement, because there might be some people out there who still doubt the fact that Complexity are definitely a top team at the moment with this current roster. And a tournament like this, aside from a tremendous amount of money to be won, is also a good opportunity to remind everyone that, we pick Mirage against forZe and we destroyed it. We can do that. So you can send a message to the rest of the Counter-Strike universe with that. And I agree with you. It's a confidence pick. They could have gone for the nuke pick. That would have been more punishy. forZe not exactly comfortable on that map recently with the new roster. But they go for Mirage. They accept to go for the all-out fight. But that's because they believe they are the better team, quite simply.
Yeah, at first the tournament had to be a LAN one, but now it's online, and the fact of lack of experience of some forZe players of LAN playing is not that much of an issue here. So Complexity with their all experienced star players are not having this one. So that's a chance for Zote, Kenzie, and so on to show themselves. For Jerry too, he had a lot of LAN experience, but not of this caliber. They didn't have a lot of those great names versus them on those LANs. They had, as I remember, some DreamHacks, Blast, and a couple more.
Yeah, I agree with you in the sense that online tournament, being home, on your chair, in your office or your room or whatever, it's a safe environment. And for rookies and upcomers, it might be a little bit easier to perform against the biggest name of Counter-Strike. If you throw them in a stage with like 10,000 people clapping in front of them, maybe the nerves could come in. And that is going to be a transition we're going to have to observe, hopefully, in the latest stage of 2021. We're hoping that at some point we're going to go back to LAN events. Like we miss everyone. Like Counter-Strike misses its audience. We were very lucky that esports could actually keep on going during that time. But yes, I guess opportunities for contenders are a bit better online. That's going to be one of the characteristics. But a man like Jerry, as you said, he's full of experience, and I see the headsets going on. That looks like a really good sign. Usually when you see people trying to put the headset on. But Jerry is a very interesting captain. He's been around for a long time. They stuck with the same lineup for very, very long. I feel like forZe at some point were almost at the point of breaking through the glass ceiling and becoming a top team. You talk about Blast, that was an example. And then somehow it didn't work out. And I'm not exactly sure why, but they felt like they needed to change.
Poison our screens. He has a similar story to Cirque. Stolen from Europe, brought to America. Playing for an A team. Well, maybe now it's more an EU
Not
team.
the U team.
Well, but at least he was on an A team. And that is a great journey for those young players. They get a lot of international gaming experience on the start of their career. They didn't have to go their way in national teams, like a lot of players do. Starting with the German ones when they play in different alternate attacks and Sprout and etc. To get to I don't know, maybe OG phase and those lineups.
Yeah, you're right, and it's a great thing that players now who are coming from scenes that are not heavily developed, like, hey, you can trust me, I'm coming from Switzerland. Our scene is basically non-existent. Like, we have a couple of talents here and there. We have a championship going on, but it's going to be a very hard pass and a very hard jump from Swiss top scene to then being European or international, even in Counter-Strike. So the example I truly understand. You're Poison, and then suddenly you get to leave the Bulgarian scene and become part of the international scene. That is great. That's something that is quite specific and unique to the Counter-Strike of today, with all the leagues and the streams and the rankings, the FPL and everything. It's a good opportunity to showcase your talent.
So that's great, but the game is already ready and we are ready to see it. So Hugo and Harry, that's your turn.
Oh, isn't that good news? That's exactly what we wanted to hear. Thank you, boys. Complexity forZe. First game of the day. We've got a couple of BO3s here up in the upper bracket. Winners only. Harry, how are you feeling? You're a bit of a winner today.
Yeah, man. Well, I will be when my predictions come right. Look at this. Up through Banana, Almeza and Zorti starting this off well for forZe. The B site cracked wide open, and that's in spite of a triple Banana setup where everyone's trying to trade evenly, keep that B site under wraps. Flitz even holding for this fast flank. Oh, checked by Config. Nice response from Kenzie. And it's all left onto Poison. Doesn't happen for him. forZe, they get that pistol round locked in, and they're off to a good start.
So the Prophet, Harry Russell, he's called the extra assault victory. He's called the Spirit taking down Astralis, and now he's called forZe to beat Complexity. You wanna run me through that real quick?
Yeah, man. I mean, I think all of us were really impressed with what we saw out of forZe in that VP game, right? Not just the fact that they 2-0'd VP. VP obviously filling the slot right now of a lot of people's favourite to win the tournament. You can see the midnight odds here. They're leading in favour of Complexity.
I think that's a safe bet, right? Obviously, we've only seen one win from forZe in this event. Same story for Cole, but at least they've had good form as of late since having this full roster back. With some better games out of JKS as well. But for forZe, sky's the limit, man. They beat what we perceive to be maybe the best team in the tournament. So let's see how many more they can find, how many scalps they can remove. Right now, it's Cole with the Deagles doing the damage.
Oh, also, something else that's cool about Midnight, our little betting partner there that we just had up, Hugo, is if you use the code FunSpark, you actually get a free £10 to use for this event. That's pretty good. Nice. Right, so forZe, they've got banana control, but they are lacking numbers. This anti-eco is not plain sailing.
Yeah, still 2-B for Cole. They're pulling a third over as we speak. Smoke comes down. You really want to go through it because you just used all of your util, but oh, that might tempt them. Spamming JKS out of the round. 2 more CTs here. And re-smoke again. Insult to injury. 30 seconds. You can wait this out. Or you can go right back, and that they will do. Rush going to get that info middle. Will he get a kill? Oh, he spots everyone. That's even better. He smokes them off. Now they've got to go through it or run back to B, and there's just no time for the latter. Rush getting tagged. He's not dead, though. They're going back with 15 seconds. There's only one man here. Config is rotating in. Blame behind the sandbags. They'll never be ready for this. This might just be the round in the palm of his hand. Blame lets the pass and shoots him in the back. Beautiful stuff for Blame F. Lovely little bit of re-aggression there. And the smoke delay play, Harry, we see it a lot, but rarely do we see it work that well.
Yeah, that was beautiful, man. That was a really nice example of the smoke delay play here on Inferno.
It doesn't help that forZe lose 2 players early, right? So they're already at a bit of a disadvantage, but, then double smoke at B, re-smoked at top mid. and Cole play both sides of the map at once. They don't rotate out. Because that could have been a way back in, right? If you're gamble stacking there. If you think you've got the read, forZe are trying to stay ahead of the game. And so while forZe win the pistol, it's already flipped on its head. Deep's back out now for the T side. And we've got Cole running wild with plenty of rifles. Oh, close.
Yeah, they're not interested in B anymore, and you know, with good reason. I think that's fair enough after how that anti-D ground goes for them. I'm gonna see if they can get out into top mid, but forZe homed in on this position, doesn't want to let them take this real estate for free, and on the back of getting this 5-on-4, he falls back into a bit more of a passive setup. JKS is jump peeking this. That's almost like a bait and switch, right? Oh, JKS died jump peeking it, so it's a nice shot out of Almeza. It was always the setup, right, knowing that Blame F was there. JKS wasn't meant to die jiggle peeking that, but that's what happened, and Blame F is still here once again, trying to play the delay play, but this time around, he's bested in the head-to-head. This B site now called into question. forZe, well, he has rotated in. Bomb's already getting planted. He can't deny it just yet. Trying to swing out from CT, and forZe will be good for the first, leaving it all on one man. Zorti, with the bomb down, knows there's a player in Banana and tries to fight Config at CT, but can't live to see the other side. It is going to be the round for Complexity.
Yeah, forZe got a bit scary there, right? It looked like he went to flash his way back in after Blame had died, but he got blinded by their flash. Everyone was white. And Cole just try and isolate the players who at least have their guns out, right? Not rushing to stop the bomb plant. They could have, forZe easily could have swung the plant and killed him, but getting rid of the cover first. Probably the safe call.
It's another force spy from forZe.
Yeah, 3 kills, a bomb plant. It's Temptation Station. And they're boarding, but only 1 Galil. It's not like they've got all these AKs. Kind of a risky move, I would say, but they know that, if they win this round, they completely wreck Cole's economy.
Yeah.
Smash it on the ground.
Smashing.
Thornberry tier. But can they get some tears out of Cole? That's a nice angle from Config, but he's not going to hang around. He's got to worry about apps as well. Molly's coming down on the short side, and forZe creeping and crawling towards the A site. We're seeing a swap of rotates. Poison taking his nades towards B. He actually reconsiders. And again, Cole had been fine running solo B in almost every one of these rounds, right? Putting Blame there alone. Now JKS. And that's actually where forZe are walking towards now. Are they only re-establishing this control to end in the A site? Because 2 apps players finally dropping out, going to come and join them?
Yeah, I like to think, right, when you've bought this much utility and neglected the firepower so much, you were planning to throw a fake in this round, right? Because you've got enough utility to make that happen. You can make Complexity sweat. You can jiggle around with their CT setup. And that's exactly what they've done here. By showing even the tiniest bit of presence over towards B, they forced the double rotation out of Cole.
I think they might fully commit.
Yeah,
here.
and that's the saddest part, right? They've actually played themselves, as it were.
It's a good read from Cole, sure. Very mobile on these CT sides, but it's getting quiet. And to the self-doubt Poison. He can flash from CT here if he doesn't rotate out in time. There's a smoke. 15 seconds are going for the plant. 1 player in CT with a rifle chasing Poison down. It's a good kill, but the plant needs to happen. They need 2 more in the site. Blame just trying to hold on. Can't stop the bomb from going down. And forZe now in a very, very good position, grabbing guns in a 4-on-3.
Yeah, they leave it down to the wire. And they get the kills that were needed to propel them in to get this bomb planted. Now, Complexity, a man down in the retake. Slow on the approach. They didn't want this one to slip on by, right? This is an unusual force out of forZe. Keeping that pressure applied, and they've done that in a very big way here. It's just the save out of Complexity. Look at him maximize the economic damage at the very, very least, but it's getting dealt to them in spades. Nice little double from Rush. Safe pair of hands, some say. Regardless, it's still around for forZe. That was the second force buy in a row out of them. and this time it finds success.
Worthwhile.
Yeah, this has just made it very, very exciting from the get-go. We don't have any of these normal rounds. The force by wars are kept up.
Yeah, and forZe aren't scared, right? They're not, worried about their opponent. They're expecting to win. And hey, if you want to win, check out TF Gaming, Asia's leading esports marketplace.
Yeah.
Right now, Cole have got to rebuy back in. They don't really have a choice in the matter. Rush is taking the AK into the fray, and another double headshot from the man himself. With a deep ramp smoke as well, they got to worry about Flip. Rush is on it, jumping in.
Mate, he's not a safe pair of hands at all. This guy's a psychopath. I don't trust him.
Oh,
Rush.
He's still hit.
He's still... Oh.
Yeah, he's done his job. They can't win this round.
He got 3. Like, what more could he do?
Very nice stuff.
What more can I do? Kenzie and Almeza, 2-on-4. What do they want to do, man? There's a lot of questions.
Yeah.
Shall we say?
Any answers?
I don't know, man. We haven't got them yet. They're going to set up towards Banana.
forZe are really good at winning disadvantaged positions, like from clutches to 2vx.
All right, you're making the call.
Well, I'm just saying that we've seen them do it before, and history does tend to repeat itself.
History might tend to repeat itself.
But if you don't learn from your mistakes in not checking the sandbags, it might not matter, because JKS has just slammed you back. Almeza mollying him. Is there any safety for JKS? Flash coming in. He's trapped to the back. He knows where he is. Now Maze's got the drop, but is that enough for a round? He's being fast flanked. However, going back for the kills. This could be good. Oh, Almeza with a spray. The 10 health now. On for the ace. 20 seconds boxed in between 2.
Yeah, and this scout on Blame F is going to hit like an AWP. It's going to start to go back down Banana, but in doing so, could go running into config, and there it is. All right, this game's weird. The force is continuing as Rush puts up 3 on the back of the mid play. forZe aren't able to dig themselves out of that hole.
This was just beautiful. Like, he knew exactly what he was doing. The lineup in mid, whoever threw the flashbang for him, very good stuff. Keep it up. And then just drops to the underplayer. Yeah, very back and forth. And obviously, we get a force out of forZe. Clues in the name. This is very similar to what we saw on that, second force in a row, except less utility. Almeza with a Galil. So are we going to see another one of those BXX if they're allowed? For now, no. Collar's still putting pressure down the Banana.
Yeah, very, very slow. Easy does it in this round. Now starting to work their way into the apartments. No one here to greet them. Complexity instead playing reserved back in these bomb sites and get a bit of restraint out of Cole so far. You've also taken top Banana on the forward side. You've got a nice little default all across the map. You can kind of play off of wherever you find the success here. And on the back of this silence, Complexity are thinking it might be a B play again at the final few seconds. That's all we've really seen out of forZe. So they rotate a third man over towards B. In reality, it's that same late play in the round, but this time in towards the A-bomb site. Config and Rush have still got utility though, and so that's going to eat precious time off of the clock. This molly buys time for the rotation back from B, and now there's 3 inside of A. Config with the mow down, 2 to his name. Rush dead in the sight. The Deagles striking names from the tally, and forZe have got a bomb plant again, a 3-on-3, and another chance to keep these force by wars going well on into this first half.
Yeah, Poison wanted to go through that smoke, but he's waiting for his teammates instead, as that would put them at quite a disadvantage. Numbers are everything in a retake on this map. JKS coming up on the shore side. He has the best gun. Or sorry, Blame does rather. 2 kits. Flash in, here they come, and JKS dead to the wolves, and Kenzie getting a double. Poison hits a tap, but it's not enough. forZe finding another force buy. When will these stop, Harry? Are they ever going to stop? 6 rounds deep now. And so back and forth. We are seeing Cole aware of what they're up against, right? Like, they're saving utility in a lot of these rounds. It does help that they win their second round, but their first, the second round, pretty much offers smokes alone, right? Dropping them twice in Banana at 30 seconds, dropping them at top mid with 15, and they just win it to time, basically. So Cole have done a good job of keeping that util in many late round scenarios, but this buy is pretty weak as far as buy is concerned. No saved weaponry. So double scout, triple D. This is where you like to think the forZe crack the nut. They get in control, but anything is possible with Deagles in your hands.
Yeah, complexity seemingly with the read once again that this is looking like a B play. Jerry's attempt to, feign the footsteps out of Banana haven't worked. Call have still stacked this side of the map. JKS! Oh my god, the scouts! The scouts! Huh? Somehow it's a 2-on-2. A scout collateral out of JKS, and Poison has found another in the meantime. Alright, Cole, there wasn't much of a chance for them in this round, yet somehow here we are. A 2-on-2, creeping through the CT smoke is Config. He's got this AUG, and he's used it to deal with Almeza. Jerry is now left up alone. Surely we don't see it happen again. There it is for Poison. The scouts get 4 out of 5.
What? Where did that AUG come from? I swear that wasn't there at the start of the round. Did they leave it in spawn and go and find it on the rotate? Am I crazy for thinking that? I swear there were only scouts Deags. Regardless, that came out of nowhere. Yeah, even here, Config doesn't have the AUG. In the replay, he just finds it in CT. They bought it, they left it. Config picks it up on the rotate. That might have been the plan all along. Like, yeah, leave it on the rotate. Whoever leaves, grab it, win the round. That works beautifully. Great scout shots, even better AUG. And you want something even better than that? Well, how about a 10% bonus? Skin Club in the chat. That was crazy. How the hell did they win that round? That should have been forZe's. That should have been this game starting to make sense. But there is no sense. Only nonsense.
We haven't had an eco yet.
No.
We haven't had, rifles v rifles in a proper way.
We had one gun per team every round, and they've just been throwing it around.
So weird. They just both are looking to take this advantage that the pistol often gives. But we're over halfway through this first half, so we're over a quarter of the way through.
Wow, he's really mathed it together there. That's incredible, Harry. Oh, the nades. Look at the awareness from Blame, right? Even he is not getting chewed up by those HEs. He's playing safe. Molly's dropped. forZe look like they don't want to wait, but they haven't got all 5 here. If they do commit...
I want us to have a first half of only forZe.
That would be cool.
I don't think I've seen that. I don't think I've ever seen that where it just keeps going.
I've seen it for a long time. This is usually where it stops. Like 8, 9 rounds. Like,
this is normally where finally...
I don't think I've ever seen double-digit force buys continue. And also, this is a great buy for Cole. I don't want to jinx it, but this is a really good buy.
I guess what you're trying to say is nothing at this point could possibly go wrong.
This round might be unlosable.
Okay, unlosable round. Let's see. We got the coffin smoked out, but there's no one playing coffins. Instead, they're both in the site this time around. Blame all the way back in dark. JKS playing oranges. Pretty gnarly crossfire to run into. The nades are well timed as well. They do so much damage. And this is where it might come to a close. JKS is actually all alone suddenly. He's lost Blame F. Still having a fight for his life in the back of the bomb site, but there's no time. I didn't even realize the time, if I'm being honest. It just runs out. I kind of got so caught up in the moment.
Yeah.
And not to mention, I didn't think that was how we were going to have
3 players just sitting there.
I guess you're forcing again, right? So
I mean, it counts. It counts. Technically, it does count. If you rebuy this one, you're keeping up the wars.
Wait, but now they're not going to?
I don't know what's going on. This game is confusing everyone. Me, you, forZe.
No, me who isn't here.
Get it? Yeah, that one caught me off guard as well. I thought surely they would just go for the plant and cover it. There was one dude in the side.
Well, because the bomb crossed and then everyone else left.
Nah, mate, you're on your own. It's like the VP rounds where it's like James throws a bomb to someone, goes, go plant, and Kiki goes, I'm not planting. And then they just lose the round with the bomb lose.
Well.
Okay. All right.
Well.
Okay. Force by back in, falls with a headshot.
What is
and
this?
It's Rush all alone in the corner.
But Rush, we've seen these moments out of Rush before. Well, never mind. Zorti and an eagle. And a save for complexity.
And they continue.
It continues. Star Force. And the Force is with them right now.
Nice.
My oh my. What is happening? What is Jerry doing to our beautiful games? He's meant to love it.
He's manipulating it. Yeah, I'm counting all this.
It wouldn't surprise me if it comes out that, like, you know, Jerry's the head of the ESL, you know, not the esports company, the football one. He's like the mastermind behind that, you know, love of the game, but my God, look at him. He's just manipulating the hell out of it right now. How has he managed this? This isn't what CS... Yeah. This isn't how it's meant to happen.
Okay. Well, welcome to FunSpark. This is a very confusing game right now. This is
so the Force by Wars is still going.
I mean, technically no, but also I count it.
Because I count like a save. Because
how much
you would have kept
rebuy?
Force in?
Because they kept some money.
Yeah, they bought up a couple of Deagles. They kept on the 3 players that
they
went
buy
down.
an AK as well, I think.
The AK was saved. I'm pretty sure.
This is a very weird game, but I'm all for it, man. We don't get this every day. Let's see how it goes. Finally, an eco. It's done. Complexity, they're throwing the towel.
No!
We don't want to trade rounds anymore. We don't want to go back and forth. We'd rather actually have M4.
But if Complexity win this,
they do have 2 guns.
Then, you know, then maybe we can see it keep going.
Yeah, I don't know. What I'm saying here, Harry, is there's no way Complexity could ever win this round.
It just can't happen.
It just can't happen. It's impossible, even.
Impossible, with an N.
Mission impossible. Oh, 3B.
Oh, here
Boost
it is.
up.
Yeah, they've got the stack. They've got the reap.
Okay.
Oh no! Oh no!
Okay.
Oh no! Blame F. Still alive around the pillar. Oh, not a thin man, a wide man. And so he has to reposition and get behind Quad. They're still trying to fight their way back in, and in the blink of an eye, they've dealt with 3. JKS still concealed, still hiding, waiting, and biding his time up through Banana. Poison's on the big flank. Flit is down low, right? 1 shot away from certain death. Zorti might have to be the hero here. The bomb's not getting planted yet either. And little do they know it, by giving time over, you're making this flank that much more deadly. Everyone's just waiting. Everyone is just waiting right now. No one wants to be
Do you think Force run out
the
of
player
time?
to die. I hope they don't. Okay, I really hope that nothing, and I mean nothing, goes wrong at a time like this.
It's good patience, you know, but Col aren't falling for it. They're not going to make that mistake, and Force will realise sooner rather than later we've got to pick a spot to plant. So Molly comes on the coffin. Plant behind the fountain. Poison's in position to punish. Oh, a bit of a missed shot. No armour. Immediately tagged up. JKS, his time to shine. There's another JKS now. Smoke. Not used. He's still got the rifle out. Famas v Famas, and it's Zorti to take the round. 3 for him. Great attempt to the B-hole, but Cole, they suddenly go through, right? They're in that hugely favoured 4-on-2, and they suddenly start or 5-on-2. They start pushing, they start playing aggressive, they start going for kills, and that just gives forZe a way back in.
Hey, truthfully, I think what we're all thinking there is,
I told you it's impossible.
if they just forced instead of taking the eco, you know, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But
well,
now they have to
got
buy here. Yeah.
It's
So
all worth it.
We actually have our first rifle v rifle round in round 11.
No AWPs yet either. Obviously, no money. But that is kind of crazy. Round 11, first gun round now. Rush, he's got an SMG.
This is one of the longest back and forths I've seen.
Back and forths. Okay, normal round. What are these, gun rounds everyone's bought? I don't understand. Where are the pistols? And a default, a nice time to do it for Force, right? Spread out, take mid, take banana. See what the reaction is. Get the util out of COF. There's one thing that's been clear, they've been holding their grenades for some time. Ooh, Solo B, JKS, the man with utility to do it. Oh, Rush has walked into absence of smoke phase. Now Flit doubling down on A. Poison has to go through if they want to have a chance to win the round, but he's getting spammed through the smoke, through the box. He can't move. 5-on-2, it's a save here for Cole. And forZe. A reckoning. The hardest round yet. They make it look easy.
Yeah, that was actually like one of the cleanest rounds we've seen, and it's and it's the first rifle on rifle complexity eco to bring these guns out, and it's flawless for forZe.
No.
forZeless.
Gotta go with a no on that one.
forZe.
Sound like you're having a stroke. Gary.
forZe.
Yeah, maybe it is, maybe it ain't. You know what it is? 6 rounds.
I thought you were going to go back to Macklemore again. You know what it is, what it isn't? Looking for a better way to something
Interstate.
Get on to the internet. I don't know, dude. Yeah, Macklemore is some good lyrics, Hugo. You're a big Macklemore fan. You kind of look like him.
I'm not a big Macklemore fan. I know, like, one song.
He's got a few bangers that no one wants to admit for some reason. But I'll say it.
Okay, thanks, Harry. Bold move. Okay, we've seen this round before, and nothing went wrong in this round. A 5-on-2 that was won by forZe. Or I guess a 2-on-5.
And yeah, never even worried. So.
Oh, I like this idea though, Cole. They throw a bunch of grenades down B and then they rotate out. Unfortunately for them, forZe aren't buying it. They're just going to walk into a free round. Very fortunate. forZe.
No!
It doesn't work, does it? And that's the round. 7 for forZe here. Cole are just going to full save. Maybe the pistols go hunting. You don't want these rifles to get lost. Not worth. Just your classic game of Inferno right now, really.
Oh, this is so weird.
Yeah.
This is so weird. I
respect the gamble, cool.
Yeah, right. They just hedge their bets. They go, hey man, like, let's just have a wild one, shall we? Have a mare.
I guess that is the best place to store bets, you know, in a hedge. No one's looking in hedges.
Yeah.
Hedgehogs, maybe.
Well, I don't think we have to worry about, you know, extra salt just yet. Sonic and Co.
Oh, nice.
Right.
It's a tie-in, yeah. They're losing all their guns. JKS gets 2. Blames hunting. I mean, he can afford, right? Like, you can't actually afford to lose these guns. I'm just surprised that they're so willing to throw them away. 3rd kill for the Molly, and it's suddenly not a profitable round for forZe. So, worthwhile, sure. Blame keeps his gun. Will that be enough for the AWP? Someone could drop it. So maybe. We'll have to wait and see. No, full rifles. We still haven't seen an AWP, and we're 13 rounds deep.
Yeah, I mean, while this was once a game of forces, now the money is established for forZe. So they're set. All the pressure is on complexity in this situation. And that's like one of the horrible things about, you know, in the first 10 rounds, you were like trading back and forth with forces. It felt really competitive. But being on the CT side, it's always so much more punishing if you're the team to get thrown off. Because it's like, mate, you're getting your loss bonus starting to build up in round 10. Like, you know, you're barely even going to reach full loss bonus. And the money is bad, but my oh my, like, this round's gone even worse. When you need them to be clean, when you need it to be nice for Cole, it's anything but a 2-on-3, and it might have to be another save. As awful as that decision is going to feel, it might be the only decision you're left with. They're still going to give it a look in, right? They're both here. They may as well see if they're given anything. But on the back of no fights coming their way, it looks like it is just going to be JKS and Blame F staying alive.
Feels like that's been half the game, you know? These two getting away with guns and not much else. It's a bit of a shame how this has transpired for Cole. Like, well earned by forZe, no doubt about it. They've been muscling their way through thick and thin. Awful buys, 1 Galil and 4 Deagles. Making the best of a bad situation, but for Cole, yeah. Only get a little bit sad for them, right? Good start, though, for forZe, man. You called the upset, Harry. It's certainly shaping up pretty well right now. Early days in this BO3.
I mean, whenever I play the prediction game for real,
Yeah,
it's
for
always
real.
unfair. So normally I just kind of troll. But
Yeah, for real, right? And you don't always just pick the underdog and hope for the best.
no, that's not what I do, Hugo, because that wouldn't work.
True.
That wouldn't work.
True.
The underdog doesn't always win. I just pick them whenever they do,
Oh,
you'll
okay.
note. So,
Whenever they do.
yeah.
Always.
Such as this one right now.
Well, we're early days to be a 3.
What can I say? I have confidence in myself.
Hey.
This one.
Even a broken clock is right twice a day, Harry. That's what I remember.
That's true, Hugo. That's pretty smart. Pretty worldly of you. Where'd you hear that one? Was that like when you were touring around Asia, like trying to, I don't know, really improve your wisdom?
My wisdom. That's why I...
Your wisdom trait, leveling it up.
Yeah.
Putting all your points
My
in
wood cutting's
wisdom.
pretty good. My fishing's up there.
Fishing,
My... What else is there in RuneScape? I don't know. I only played it for 20 levels and then got bored.
Yeah, I was never a RuneScaper.
I think that works, yeah.
What's the biggest rune you've ever escaped, Hugo?
Oh, I've done an escape room before.
Do you believe in astrology?
What do I believe in? Space, yeah. Astrology,
No.
what are those? The star signs?
Star signs.
No one believes in them.
No, people do. Hugo. Don't start. Don't start, man. Astrology
They're
folks
made
are
up,
the
Harry.
last people.
This
you
is great.
want.
We can go anti-astrology on this tech timeout. They're made up.
Okay.
They're made up.
So, what's your
Here's
star
how
sign?
you-
Do you know your star sign?
No, because they're made up. Here's how you if you ever meet someone who believes in Sarfacarius. I'm a Sarfacarius. I'm a Scoobly Doobly. What you do is you read, you go, oh, you're a this, you're a can you give me one? PCs? I don't know. How do they work? Reese's Pieces? Okay, I'm a Reese's.
I'm a Reese's Pisces.
I'm a Reese's Pisces, right? And then what you do is you read out, you go and look at the traits, and you read out a different one, and you go, oh, so you get angry easy, but you care a lot, and you can't show your emotion.
Is this
but
my
you-
dad?
No,
Are you describing my
run with
dad
it.
to me?
Just run with
Gets
it.
angry easy, but he only does it because he loves me.
No, you read the traits. You read the traits. And you're like, oh, you actually love drinking water, and you breathe oxygen every day. No way. And they go, yeah, that's me. I'm a Reese's Pieces. See, that's me. and you go, well, I just read out. Give me another
Capricorn.
one. I just read out Capricorn, and they go, what? Are you lying? It's like, well, all of them are very generic human traits that apply to almost everyone.
Yes, but Hugo, you need to study the birth scrolls or whatever they're called.
Scrolls.
If you
What's a birth scroll? I'm excited.
If you know the exact time you're born, as well
Exact
as
time.
the exact
Okay.
time, like to the nearest minute, I think.
Okay.
And
Keep going. No, keep going.
this is
I'm
real.
learning.
This is
I'm
real.
learning.
And you.
You can't hold it together today, Harry. You really can't.
Yeah, once you know that, supposedly you're able to get like a more accurate reading.
Oh,
of-
more bullshit. Nice. Fantastic. See, my birth scroll reading says that I'm going to grow up to be great, and I'm gonna experience a loss in my family. It's like, yeah, mate, everyone does. Everyone grows up. Everyone lives. Everyone dies. Everyone breathes. You're not special. You're not unique.
Yeah. Hugo, it sounds like you're parodying. You know that Twitch clip of that girl who's like, the aliens are leaving.
But it's just a way more emo version.
There's
isn't
sus among us. And
it? Nice.
you won't subscribe to me.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If you want the real birth scrolls, hit up my private Patreon, and man, I'll tell you all about yourself. I'll tell you things you didn't even know.
No, dude, that's cool.
For £5 a month,
That's cheap.
I'll tell you that, man. Maybe you are right. Maybe you're not wrong. I don't know what I'm saying.
Oh, dude. Okay, this
they're all
is
wrong. They're
one
all
of
made
my
up.
favorite.
They're all made up.
Yeah.
They're not real.
No, I think I can get behind that, Hugo. So we're not astrology fans. I
No.
think we've already broken that.
Space is real. The stars are
Space
real,
is real.
but they're pretty far away.
Space is, there's a lot of it, right? So we can't deny that. It's
space.
physically all around us.
Yeah.
In a way, like we're kind of in space right now.
Sure, we're floating. But I don't feel the Earth turning, so it can't be turning. It's like when flat earthers look at the ocean, they go, I don't see the curve. It's like, do you realise the size of the Earth? Do you realise how damn big this thing is? You're not going to see the curve, mate. You're just not. It's too big.
The one I love about Flat Earthers was when they tried to prove it. I saw something where they're like shining a laser down this river.
They proved themselves wrong. But they went, very interesting.
And then they went, well, if we shine it down here, then, obviously, if the world is a sphere, what a crazy, thought that is.
Up here,
then, in theory, the beam should be lower down. And then they did it, and then the beam was lower down. And then they went, oh, well, there must be a problem with our equipment. And it's like, well, yeah, or... I guess, you could say that about anything if the results aren't what you want them to be.
This doesn't fit my narrative.
Well, if gravity isn't real, then when I drop this thing, it shouldn't hit the floor. Oh, it did? Well, I must have done it wrong. It's like, well, no. I think that's just the science coming back to haunt
I'm glad we're really just tearing apart,
Any other topics that anyone wants us to touch on during this little timeout? Jerry, got any opinions?
It's getting very...
Sorry, I don't know why I took it all out of Jerry. I love Jerry.
Jerry's great. Jerry doesn't believe in astrology. Jerry knows the Earth is a sphere. Jerry doesn't think the government are poisoning us with chemtrails out of planes.
Oh, don't even get me started on the chemtrails. Oh, dear.
Wow. What other conspiracy theories do you think are whack?
Let's get one out of the way early on, just so we can make our position known. Aliens not only are real, definitely, undeniably at this point.
I mean, pretty clear.
Likely among us as well, but...
You get it? That game with the orange people and the red people and the green people.
Oh, man. Hugo, man, I know you're a big... me and you really... Okay, so when we were doing Pro League with Trace Stunner Saranthus, me, Hugo, and Trace would go back to Trace's room and we would just watch Ancient Aliens.
I never knew how good the History Channel was. I really thought it was...
I mean, it's not real history, is it? When they're out there like, well, this could only be aliens. It's like...
These stones are very old.
These stones are way too large.
Definitely put them here.
And way too far away from where they should.
Let's not even start about the pyramids, because we're back into the game,
yes.
Harry. Forget the triangles. 8-5, force on this T side. Thanks for putting up with us.
Yeah, sorry for all of that.
If you're here and you just unmuted the stream because of that, welcome back. You didn't miss much. Astrology, not real. Stars, real. Earth, round. Hotel Trivago. Skin Club.
Skin Club. Yes! Exclamation mark Skin Club for all your needs of the skin variety. And now we got this little A play on the cards. Look at this. 3 for complexity in this site. And config, the Sagittarius dealt with down in pit. Oh no, it was meant to be looking good for an Ares like Blame F today, but it's all been snatched away at the A-bomb site. forZe are moving on to 9 rounds and there really isn't much that complexity can do about it. If only they had a few more of those damn Pisces.
Man, it just feels like deja vu, these rounds, right? forZe, fast A-take, Cole, saving their guns. Don't really have any choice in the round, don't really have any say. First ult for poison, and it doesn't even fire a bullet. He's just got to rotate out and save. JKS is cooking up a storm. Quite the offhand. Amazer running from the bomb, so we might see him here. Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. But apparently not.
Yeah, this is really good from forZe. Like, we had a little tech time out there. For anyone who is just tuning in, you've missed a very interesting game. One that hasn't really obeyed the physics of Counter-Strike. The rules that are set in stone. We had 4 spies all the way to round 10. We've only recently started to see rifle on rifles. Now we also have AWPs in the fray. It was good. But we get to see them. I do think that this 4-spy war has put Cole in a really, really rough spot, though, right? There's kind of no denying that. Their money has been so bad, so unestablished in this CT half. They haven't really had any opportunities to leap ahead in this game. They were always going to be playing catch-up from the moment they lost the 4-spy wars. And that's left forZe with a great scoreline, looking at 10-5 the half.
Oh, dear.
And with an opening kill in towards this A site, they now hit the go button.
Yeah, big old red go button. situated on your dashboard, and look where it's got them, driving straight into first place, 3 on 2, and another, well, not undoable, but extremely difficult retake. However, Cole have to try it. That's something at least. Poison, he's got an AWP kill. Can he find some more? Because Zorti's on the other side with his. Holding down the line. Poison, oh, the nade goes out. Missed shot, that looked dead on. Poison chases him down, and it's going to be the kill for Cole. Tempting them back into this round. Last of the half, Poison's making it work, and Almeza trapped in the bomb site. Only JKS to fight back, and time is ticking fast as well. JKS dead in the water. It's Almeza pushing us over the line. Double digits for forZe on their T side. What a half.
Hello.
Hi. How are you doing?
We're back. forZe on double digits. And man, it's been an interesting game. That was how we phrased it, right? 10 rounds in, 4 spies back and forth. No end in sight. forZe finally win it out. Complexity try to admit defeat by taking an eco, and they hoped that the rifle rounds would bail them out. They never actually got around once those 4 spy wars came to a close. When the rifles were in, everything was coming up forZe. And now their map pick in this series is looking good. And I tell you what, with Mirage up next, another good map for forZe. Even though it's Complexity's map pick, I am a little bit worried for Cole.
If only anyone could have prophesized this. If only anyone read the stars and the moon and told us this would happen. Oh, it's not over yet though. 2 for 2 right down middle. Config still fighting and keeps it in the favor of Cole. Almeza backs up to B. There's one man on either side. Cole know it. So whatever they do, do it together and trade this one frag. Where has Kenzie got to, though? He's hiding up in the apartments, and a quick tap is a beautiful shot to rush. He's done it again. Bomb down in apps. Config has to chase. Oh, he does respond, and Config looks to put it over the line. He does. 6 rounds for Complexity, and a bonkers pistol round going back and forth, and back again. Look at some of these shots for Kenzie, man. And Config one-ups him. Don't know why Kenzie hunts the kill with a bomb in apps as well. I feel like that was around the palm of his hand.
Yeah, sometimes you just want to fight.
Yeah,
and it's not always the right play.
No,
like there.
It is if you kill him.
It would have been sick, and no one would have even doubted it.
Yeah, inherently probably not the right play. Like he's trying to trade his teammate. It's just such a bad angle, peeking into pit from apps, like that far down. Either way, forZe have got the breathing room, right? They can afford to lose that one.
Now, it is a forZe 4 spy. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but hell, if that first half was anything to go by, this might not be as simple as it should be for Complexity. They've got top mid, they've got banana, they've established a default with plenty of time left on the clock. So they're pretty like non-committal at this point. You know, they can go to either side of the map based on where they find success. This bomb is moving back up banana. So this is looking like a mid to B at this point in time. And with only 2 players leading towards this B site, one of them being back in CT, B is the perfect place to hit. Almeza now is in a really rough spot. They're wrapping CT. They're up through banana. He's got to watch so many angles. And in they go.
Oh my God.
10'd by JKS. He just bounds on by.
Damn, dude. If only you let the first guy go, right? Instead, he fires his shot and he gets jumped on. not much you can do there, right? Both, same case for Jerry and Almeza, just shot by jumping SMGs. And it's the save, or at least exits at best. At worst, well, that rush finds Kenzie. And Zorti and Flit just try to get away, get alive, give it another go.
Oh yeah, so Hugo, something I was going to ask you about.
Yeah.
Did you see Simple, that quote from Simple's stream?
I think it's bait.
You think it's bait?
I think it's either bait or S-Tags back in Astralis. Like,
or
I don't think
maybe
it's shocking, right?
maybe Na'Vi accidentally practiced against Astralis talent or whatever their like junior roster is called, and they were like, "Wow, this
dude, they completely changed the
they
entire lineup.
dropped
Where's
everyone." Like,
where's the voice?
Oh, also, Midnight. Take a look at those odds, right? They're closing down a little bit now, and if you want to throw a bet on this one, you can use the code FunSpark for a free £10 at this event. That's pretty banging.
Yeah.
You can turn that money into more money just
or
by
less.
picking the right
Your choice.
team. Yeah,
Up to you.
Yeah, that is how that works, right?
It's not in the yeah.
It's either less or more.
Those are the options. Them's the rules. Back to B for complexity. forZe with 4 here. Maybe even a 5th on the way. Oh, this could get scary. Now, Harry, it's not a force buy. It's just the saved 2 deagles. But this could still flip the game on its head if Cole don't find the kills. Grenades are dunking down. The Molly finds another. And that's certainly the start you would have wanted. Boost player knocked off the top. And a 2-on-4. This should be Cole's round. So it's unclear yet. forZe could have really done with that pistol, man. Because now you're getting a little bit worried, right? forZe gets dealt with, Eco gets dealt with. Coming into your first gun round, Cole are feeling it.
Yeah, now the pressure's like really on for forwards, right? As you say, winning a pistol would have really like helped put your mind at ease. At that point, you know, you could be staring at like a 13-5 scoreline. You would have been, oh, there's so much room. They ain't catching up. Ha ha ha, nice and free. But instead, you know, Complexity are closing this gap and they're leading the way, just like TF Gaming are leading the way in the Asian esports marketplace. Zorti donning this AWP. It's weird seeing the AWPs brought out this early. Considering we only saw like 3 of them in that first half, all right at the end. We get them immediately here, and a boost up for Kenzie has netted him the opener over towards Banana. That's lovely, man. They haven't really had to do much to get that opening kill, and it's untradeable for Complexity, so it's left them in a pretty bad spot, in a pretty bad way. They just regroup. They leave Banana completely. They don't want to challenge through the deep smokes that we're throwing down. And they look to hit this A bomb site where forZe are waiting with 3.
Oh, good flash. Will that scare Almeza off? Will he go back for more? There's a pop in for his teammate, and it's beautiful. Second player does trade, though. Poison dodges it. 1-on-4, and he can't get any more. The AWP shines in this round with 3 kills on Zorti. That does hurt for Cole, right? If you compare how these city sites went, Poison didn't get his AWP until round 13 or 14 of the half. And that was just simply down to the money, down to the force buys, down to the back and forth nature of their CT economy. On the other side, forZe, they get an AWP round 4. And it destroys. So, good stuff for Zorti. He certainly looked great in that game against VP as well, like Maniac said. 11 out of 28 fights won against Jame. Like, that doesn't sound amazing, but that's pretty damn good considering, you know, Jame and his level and his form right now. So,
And the fact he just never dies.
yeah, exactly. 28 fights. How? It's like, doesn't even make sense. JKS has found the AWP though in this round. He's killed it in apartments. So we're into a 4-on-4 and Cole leaving B.
Look at Flip, man, waiting patiently. The more success his team finds, you were hoping the more deadly he could be, but actually Kenzie's having to do it all, and only good for the double. It's left on Almeza rotating in late from the B side. That's a bit of a shame, man. Kenzie does all the work he had to do. The rest of the gang just both fall short, and Almeza dead to the moto smoke. Never even given a chance. Complexity, they'll take 9.
He's full blind, just walking forward like, don't shoot me, please don't shoot me. And, well, who would have thought? No pacifists on this battleground. It's going to be Complexity biting back with another. Blame having a great time. Spirits high in the Cole camp. And another AWP for Zorti as well. Cole have been flashing him off mid once again, getting him off the angle, allowing Config to take a lot of space early. Often you would think that, mid, that's just free real estate, right? That's just ours. It's actually very contestable, very contested. We even seen Cole on the CT side throw some aggressive mid plays down. You don't want to do it every round, it becomes predictable, but every half, 1 or 2 rounds, push down that bench, get towards ramp, throw a flashbang in for Banana, and you can cause some serious problems. So, got to be careful with what's going on in middle. Almeza's spot is stolen by Jerry on the boost, but he does have the SMG, the right gun for it. Oh, flashed off again, gets away. No, it doesn't. Config hunts him. Great reaction. Config has looked really, really good in this tournament so far. He's not done. Oh boy, the long play is rotated. He has wrapped this A site. He's got everything to do now. Kenzie's aggressing. They're timing him in middle. This is going to be a weird save situation because they're stacked on B. He thinks he's flanking the B site. Now he realizes, wait, no, they're all in A. I can hear them running up porch side, and Cole are wondering where the gunfights are.
Imagine if he'd gone boiler instead of around, into alt mid. This could have been huge. Instead, it probably is just a save here.
Yeah, he thought he had the drop there. They thought that, they're triple B. They're like, yeah, we got them. They're going back. Nah, mate. Config's walked your long smoke. He's cleared out A. It's a great space found by Config and Complexity, who were, struggling in that first half, who were 10-5 down. Well, now, baby. Whole different ball game. Poison. And no one's there to trade it. Free AWP, bye-bye.
Yeah, Jerry will take that, man. He only had an MP9. That's why the AWP's not meant to go hunting.
Funny part about that, it's not even Poison's AWP. He picked it up off of Zorti, who Config killed. So, forZe get their AWP back. And Poison, he just hasn't been able to AWP today. He's not been allowed. He's had it on 2 retakes. And that's it.
Yeah, that was because money was a problem, but money ain't a problem with Skin Club, not with the kind of stuff they're doing. Use ! Skin Club, you get $3. There's only $100 free to be given away.
Yeah, they expired. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Or are there more dollars to be found? Find out on Skin Club.
Yeah, it's all part of the thrill.
We got a pretty thrilling series here ourselves. This one with no clear victor in sight. Oh, fast flash out of the apartments. JKS gets to the pick, but Kenzie catches him midair. JKS follows up. Catching Config rather. Oh, Kenzie, what a flick. Back to short side, getting 2. Bomb can be retrieved in time. Getting the plant as well. Blame is now back in the apartments trying to cut off any kind of rotate, and he might have a good timing to kill Jerry here. Not got the gun for the job. Same story for Zorti. He's got the orb, but not really what you want on the retake. Jerry does get the kill, finishes the job, but backstab by Blame and into the 1v1. Now this orb is very, very useful indeed. Getting the one shot off for Zorti could be his saving grace. The bomb's in the site. Blame has rerouted, and Zorti's going to tap it with a smoke.
He's in the smoke and he's sticking it. Blame, it's not there. It's in the corner. Oh, that's brutal. That's brutal. He's spamming the wrong spot. Disaster strikes. It's just a smoke defuse for forZe that puts another round up on the board. Blame F, man. You thought he was onto something big there, right? He gets the kill to Jerry, given a bit of time to reposition into the apartments. I don't know if it was just miscommed or what. But he's spamming way right of that bomb. It was a safe defuse for forZe. And now, you know, those monetary problems, they're keen to start again. Not just yet, right? You're able to kind of keep them at bay for now. But your time with money could be running out.
Oh, no.
Impromptu boost throwing in. Rush is right down beneath it. Almeza up and over. And Rush dead as well. Through the smoke on the fade. Almeza's out of there. It's a huge advantage for forZe to get. And now it is a really, really rough spot for Complexity. As mentioned, their money was hanging in the balance. Now it's down to 3. You need something big out of these individuals to keep this in check.
Back to B, re-smoked, and they're going to go through it. No fear, no hesitation, but maybe they should have had a bit of each. Jerry picks up JKS and pop flash back in for Almeza. Cole locked out of B right now, and not being quiet either, has drawn a third rotate round. Even the alt mid push to cut off their escape. There is no safety in this round for Cole. 2 on 5, and honestly, staying alive wouldn't even be a bad call, to be honest. Config will be screwed money-wise, but Blame has a little bit more to spare, and Config's gone anyway, so it will be despair for him. And Blame, I mean, he could get killed after time if they want. They know he can't be far. But seems like a bit of respect will be shown. Blame can at least drop his AK over if they want to buy. I think that's got to be the call here, right? The only reason you wouldn't is up against 13. So you lose it, you're up against 14. Suddenly you've got to make that horrible call of playing for OT or playing for the win in regulation. So they could just eco around this rifle and then have a full buy in the follow-up. So actually it doesn't really, it's just a personal call at this point. Your buy will be lacking some utility.
What would you do?
I would, well, yeah, this. Exactly what Blame calls, because he knows what he's doing. Yeah, like there was temptation to buy, but I think with how many rounds Cole have had, not enough. Why would you want that to continue to be the case when you can just eco one and give it away? But man, forZe have won the economy game in this match already. Like no doubt about it.
Yeah, constantly, like, right?
Both halves, from getting orbs, the poison just wasn't able to get, to winning the eco rounds, to doing so much damage on rounds that they lose. It's been a great game from forZe. And this is just about closing now. Winning this round is an expectation, but the next is going to be the best buy we've had yet from Cole.
Almeza loves this boost, man. He's getting thrown up here time and time again and always getting away with something. Blame F's AK. You're hoping it can deliver something spectacular for Complexity just so they can make something out of this round, right? They're grouping up outside of A. We've seen these pistols get away with murder before, and so maybe with the one rifle behind them, they could still accomplish something in this round. Here's the A play. They throw this long smoke, they move up the short side. There's about to be a lot of eyes on them and nades to follow, but it goes both ways, down into the pit. Blitz dead. However, the numbers are really starting to dwindle here for Complexity, and it all falls apart right at the very end. forZe up onto 14. Zorti with 4.
He just steals those kills away. You think the rifle's going to get it. Zorti's so quick. Don't get me wrong, Flit had a monster game against VP, but I was so impressed at Zorti and Kenzie's ability in that one, right? Like, young players, big boost to fill in this roster, and man, not a problem apparently. Back to B, back to some aggression here through this smoke, and Traitor coming in, Poison is going to be able to get one, Blame's gone. Almeza might give it up. He's got a third man here in the help. Oh, through the smoke, man. Feels like forZe have every spam correct. Poison does catch Kenzie retreating, and he'll double down, trying to commit. If he can get this one kill into B, they win the round right here, right now. Poison knows it, but he can't win it, and Config doesn't know if he wants to risk it. With the bomb on his back, he could lose the round here with this fight, so instead regrouping with his teammate who's gained control on A. JKS has called the rotate. He heard these players leave, but a long player peeking mid could kill Config. Oh no. This has gone from good to very, very bad in a moment's notice, and Config needs to have his wits about him. He doesn't. Bomb dropped. He did check it, but it wasn't enough.
Yeah, that's heartbreaking, man. He was even aware of that possibility of the timing. He's sadly just not able to win the fight, and now JKS, one way down Struggle Street, up towards short side. There is this AWP holding as well from over at Library. Oh, this is rough. He's trying to get in. He might hit a timing. And Flit dead. Now they're calling for rotations back towards A, but this gives JKS a chance. You know, this round was not meant to be winnable. Oh, and it's not!
What? That's a lineup. I've never seen that. Like straight through on the plant.
Yeah, JKS was not expecting that is going to be his downfall. He's at least thinking he's getting a fight before all is said and done.
Seen that wallbang, you can spam the box with a rifle, but just the accuracy. One bullet gets him on the bomb, immediate kill. And what a shame. If Config went apps there, they might have won the round. Like, forZe were very low, they were out of position, they were gambling B. If Config goes apps, it's a free site, it's a free plant, you have time to get ready and get set up. But he goes mid because JKS just cleared it.
Yeah, he wants to like share the pathing, right? Because you're worried that, well, potentially there could still be an apps player, there could still be a pit player.
The fastest route as well, right? He knows he's on the clock making that play.
This could be it now, right? Up against 15. Map point for forZe on their map pick, and they're looking to get this one over the line. Ooh, it's kind of gone both ways early on. Top mid control taken, and Complexity, are they going to keep up this fast pace? They're going to have to. The bomb is dropped right in the bomb site, no less. Config's trying to grab it from up close on short. This has gone really, really weird. Rotations have been called for, and forZe are collapsing in on the top of middle from lower mid from the apartments. They're wrapping to short. There are just players everywhere you look. JKS dead to the second man in apps, and blame forZe as well. forZe, they're going to lock in a victory on their map pick. They go 1-0 up in this series now, and my oh my. Complexity, so unfortunate for them, man. Never in it in terms of the economy game, right? Like the meta game running alongside it. They never had the money. They never had the funds. That made them like get off to such a bad start. You remember when it was like 5-5, it was really competitive. The forces were going both ways. It felt like it was anyone's game. But then when their money got broken, it felt like it never recovered throughout even the second half of play. And it made it very, very easy for forZe to just sprint towards the finish line there.
Prophesized it again.
I know.
It's forZe's map pick. There's something to keep in mind, right? Cole's pick coming up next. But they've got their work cut out for them. Safe to say, money aside, forZe had some brilliant rounds in there. So I'm super excited to see where Mirage takes us. I don't know what you guys think on the desk. Let us know.
Yeah, they broke money throughout all the map time, and all the time through the first half, through the second half, forZe did take the money in their favor.
Yeah, I am very impressed by this first map from forZe. Not only able to win the financial warfare, as you're talking about in the first half, all these force buy, back and forth, scout rounds, deagle rounds, then forZe winning rounds off the back of only one AK. I think that was what really made it a very competitive first half, is the fact that forZe found always 1 or 2 kills to win the round. I think Flit did a really good job in apps. he opened a few of these very important gun rounds against Complexity, and they managed to win rounds off of one timing, one kill, one trick, and then they would just bulldoze it together. Complexity then tried to put Mount and come back together, winning the second half pistol round, trying to put some rounds in. But there's some rounds I just don't exactly understand. The round we just witnessed 2 rounds prior, where JKS finds the timing on the A side, and then Config comes and try and find him. Config could actually go through apps and plant the bomb very safely. He goes through middle. So some of these questionable decisions were instantly punished by forZe.
There are a lot of maybes in those rounds. Maybe he thought one could be in apps and he tried to dodge him. Maybe he wanted really to come faster to his teammate, but anyway, that was lost. And on the Complexity side, if you have such a player as Poison, you want him to play the AWP, but he didn't have the money. So the Mirage is on its way, and we are coming back in a couple of minutes.
Skin Club, make the right choice.
You still gotta
Skin Club, make the right choice.
The second map of the first semi-final is on its way. It's Mirage, it's forZe versus Complexity, and I'm joined by Sir Maniac.
Hello, hello, hello. Second map, forZe opening up with a little bit of a surprise, taking Inferno off of Complexity. And I think if there was two players or a matchup we need to keep an eye on for Mirage, it's going to be the fight of the AWPs. It's going to be Poison and ZorTe. These two going head-to-head will be a huge difference maker in that first game. We could see ZorTe on Inferno had a very good game. His cooperation with his teammate on the A side was quite good. Poison didn't really have the time or the money to have an AWP. So I'm looking for a reaction from the Bulgarian sniper.
Yeah, and the money problem was really a problem for Complexity side. Poison didn't get to AWP, like 3-4 rounds maybe, I don't remember more from him. And ZorTe had some upsets on AWP on A side, on T and CT side both, but mostly, he was very strong. He was maybe not the X factor, I'd rather pick Fleet as that one, but that was a great game by ZorTe, and on Mirage, a very dependent on AWP map, he can do his job.
Yeah, and he's going to be key now. If you talk about Complexity, I'm just looking at some of their results right now. Mirage should be a different ballgame, right? First of all, they've destroyed Havu yesterday, of course, 16-5, but then they also have beaten NiP. They've beaten Navi on that map. They've beaten OG twice. They've beaten Mousesports. Few of the losses they have are against extremely good teams. Talking about Heroic, talking about VP. So Mirage is a stronghold for Complexity. And I could accept that Inferno was a little bit of a cluster duck in the sense that it was a fist fight, a lot of eco rounds left and right, and forZe were the ones to stabilize the situation. Now for Complexity, there needs to be a reaction on Mirage. It's a very good map for them. It's one they pick very often. It's their first pick. So let's see a reaction.
Yeah, you've called a list of great teams that Complexity faced on Mirage, but though forZe didn't face such strong teams, but still they show us a great game throughout the tournament, and on the Infernos they showed us that they individually can put up a fight throughout the match with Complexity. And I think that on Mirage, the map where Fleet and Elmazer did good job through their career, and now they got two new young players, ZorTe and Kenzie. This mix can make a big difference on the map, because CIS teams play Mirage like half of the time. Half of the maps you play on CIS tournaments or even Face It, etc. are Mirages. So that's a homeland for them.
Mirage is the homeland. You're talking about Flit. He definitely had an immense performance against VP. I didn't have the chance to catch that first map. I was actually flying on my way home. But apparently he posted a 1.82 rating, 31 frags on Mirage against VP. So he was huge. And the way forZe won some of their T rounds on that Inferno, which is basically to play a very grouped Counter-Strike, finding one kill, just accelerating on that kill. Mirage is a map that works well for that. You'll probably see them fake a little bit of action towards middle, and then if they want to play what we call declick, so like a fast contact play Counter-Strike, they can do that from A apps, they can do that from B apps, they can do it from A ramp. There are a lot of ways for forZe to play this very quick type of Counter-Strike, and Complexity got caught off guard on Inferno by it, so I'm hoping that there is a little bit of a better defense coming on Mirage.
Sometimes on Inferno, I felt like BlameF didn't get the way to control the map, because sometimes decision-making in the mid-round was not that good. He tried different ways, different strategies, but there was not very much of confidence in their moves. So they tried to come B, they didn't get it, they got a smoke, then they rotated to A and their problems over there, and they got back, and etc, etc. And maybe the way of decision making by BlameF needs to be more confident, more straight.
You're probably right. You're probably right in terms of there was definitely some hesitations and second guessing in some of these rounds they've played. I also believe that the individuals have to do more. Honestly, when you have a lineup like Complexity and you belong in the top 10 of Counter-Strike, you need some of your individuals to just step up and take over games. Like for BlameF, it should not always be a chess fight with Jerry to try and call the perfect round of Counter-Strike. That doesn't exist. You cannot always call the perfect round of Counter-Strike. Sometimes you just have to hope your players will give you some rounds. So we're talking Complexity, we're talking Mirage, which means config in that connector area is going to be hugely important. Poison with the AWP as well. Poison and config will be my go-to if we are looking at players who have to make that difference on Mirage. And then, obviously, if they play their best game individually, I'm sure BlameF is going to have an easier time finding the strategies.
This Complexity lineup reminds me old Liquid that were very much dependent on their performance, on their individual skill, on their star players, and yeah, this Complexity lineup looks similar. So guys, the Mirage is ready, and Hugo, Harry are on its way.
Oh hey, yeah, we're ready to get this started. It's Mirage, it's Complexity's map pick, and one that both teams are very good on, so I think we're in for a real... Alright, Hugo. Alright, lad.
What?
Just muted my mic for
I hit the wrong button. I didn't mute your mic, I hit the wrong button.
Oh, thank the Lord.
Yeah,
good.
I just made you listen to me.
Oh.
Everyone else heard you, I think.
That's fine then.
There's a lot of buttons on this mixer. But... Cole, they're hitting the go button, Harry. It's big, it's red, it's right in the middle of your face, and it's in the B site, while Meza is dropping bodies. 2 kills before Blame trades, and now the B site belongs to Cole, but at what cost?
Oh, Zorti in with the kill that tips the scales in the balance of forZe. Config is the only man left fighting for Cole, but he's giving forZe a run for their money. Hiding at the van, man with a plan. It's Config trying to stay alive, trying to play around this bomb. Oh, jump up. The shot misses. Config with the tag. Now just Jerry left to finish. And at 4 HP, he lands the one shot that was needed to put that round on the board for forZe.
Oh, Config, that was like a masterpiece. That was beautiful. He even went to the burst. He knew Jerry was gooshed. He tagged him earlier. He was going to finish the job with a brrrr. And it couldn't happen, Harry. It didn't happen. It would never happen. Jerry, too suave. Bops him in the face. Also,
Jerry is looking really good.
Yeah, everyone's looking good. The forZe are looking good. You know who else is looking good? These midnight odds, man. They flipped on their head, Harry.
Yeah, and you can use code FunSpark to get £10 at this event.
Love it.
Just throw on a game.
Yeah, Cole. They've put an AK into this round.
I mean, why not, right? After Inferno.
Yeah, right. There's one thing to rely on. It's that who knows what's going to happen. This economy can flip on its head in an instant. Like in Palace, but smoked off. For now. And so his ramp players will probably play a little bit slower as a result. Jerry gets tagged, but gets out of there alive. Rush looking for a B pick. Almeza not giving away a thing. I like this safe position in a round like this. That's his short player roam and check middle, which is free for now, but Cole coming under. Jerry holding this.
Look at Kenzie waiting for this fight. Now they know about him on short. Luckily enough, Flit has spotted these players down in lower, so that's not going to come as a surprise for forZe. They're actually looking pretty keen to try and deal with these mid players. Ooh, Jerry taking gunfights and winning all of them. There he is, there's the round. forZe find the conversion, they go 2-0 up. And the Hero AK, while it does get the 1 kill for Config, that is the extent of the damage done in that round there. Nice to see forZe able to convert this pistol round victory, right? That means now 2 out of 3 of the pistols in this series have come with conversion rounds. It was just the first, all the way back on Inferno, that then spiraled 10 rounds deep in those force buy wars.
Big nade at top mid. Not that much though. Blame's running right by. Collar up Cat already with a bomb. Very deep positions, but they've got the smokes to back them up. Drops a bomb before he makes a peek at least, so no. Oh, the nade finishes Poison's damage. Doesn't even get an assist, it's mainly the nade. Got to do at least 42 damage to get an assist in this game. 41, and well, you're done. Who cares? Don't get the score, don't get your name in the top right of the screen. That red and black box that we're farming. Not allowed. All blame F, baby. Now grouping B at Cole. There's a bit of a stack here. forZe have read it well, man. They love it. They love just stacking up together. They love playing as a unit, and they made the perfect read. Flit waiting for them to drop. Almaze is drawing them in with a double. Flit drops a bomb, and he will get traded, but Jerry's already here. The 4th man with the plan. JKS trying to clutch it out, and he can't fight past Jerry, who, like you said just a minute ago, looks bloody amazing.
Yeah,
right?
dude, Jerry is like, you know, playing this like he's Omen, man. He just like TP'd across to the other side. You know, went with Omen. Could have easily gone with Reaper. That's his name, right? Is that the Overwatch guy?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that his name?
I know, Winston, I think.
No, dude. Who's the one like who says the whole, you know, wait until
Justice
I blind them
reigns
to
from below.
strike?
Yeah, dude.
And he says like, I will now spin and hurt you all.
Yeah, that's Reaper, bro.
Yeah, man, he's pretty
Or it's the one who spins. No, that's my matchmaking opponents.
Oh,
and
right.
teammates, apparently.
Yeah, we've been having some interesting games.
Hack
lately.
v hack is apparently all the rage.
All the rage hacks, all the everything else. We
They're
played a game
cheating.
last night
Yeah.
where Hugo got 3 rounds in, wrecked the guy, they called him out for cheating, and then they started full.
Started spinball.
Yeah, it was pretty
I
sick.
killed one guy and they got mad.
We're only cheating because you're cheating. Oh, well, okay, I guess. Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Yeah, good justification.
God forbid anyone's ever better than you.
No.
Now, little execute out a connector.
Oh!
Flit, I don't know how he's been able to stay alive there, but he has. And in the meantime, the rest of his team have just won fight after fight. JKS, first bit of success that's found, and it might be the last bit, as Blame F is now all alone in the 1v4. He's got a really gaudy looking green and blue gloved eagle combination.
Is that why he died?
He deserves that one there.
Oh, wow, it's getting personal now.
Now look, Flit, meanwhile,
Yeah.
his is a nice matching piece. He's got the red gloves,
Well, maybe,
red knife.
maybe it wasn't his deagle, Harry. Have you ever considered that?
That's a
Maybe
good
someone
point.
dropped the deagle.
That's a good point.
You know, you can't plan for every
If I know
outfit.
Blame F, he's probably got an outfit ready. I bet he has the Emerald Dragon. I made that
Is
name
that
up, but I
skin?
think
Yeah.
that's right.
Is that Never heard of it. Any Emerald Dragons in the chat, let us know. Oh, Dorty doesn't know how lucky he is. Although it's misinfo, there's 3 players in Palace. He sees no one. They back out of A. Massive setup. Are they ready for the fast play? 3 run out. The orb is dead. And yeah, you could see how forZe were just unprepared for that play after peeking ramp, peeking Palace, and seeing no one. There were all 5 players there. Cole chasing even. Poison might die. He's scoped up in CT.
Yeah.
But Flit ain't moving.
I mean, you know, when you win your first round, you want it to be crushing, right? You want to deal a crushing defeat to your opponent. And so that's what they're trying to do by spreading out and hunting a little bit here. It's unfortunate for Zorty, man. Feel bad for the guy. You're bang on in that they just visibly weren't ready for that A play. They're shooting Glocks off. There is still a
Flit could
player
just
like
kill him,
right there in CT that
But I'd
they
love
don't
to see
know
Flit
about.
do something there, but...
Also, Hugo, I went and did some research,
Oh,
right?
no. Oh, no.
You're a Libra. Okay?
Why am I a Libra?
That's what you are. You're a Libra.
Read out. I'm sure it applies to me.
Being a Libra born on October 3rd, your selflessness, thoughtfulness, and seriousness
I'm definitely not a
amongst...
Libra.
No, you're not the first two. Are among your most well-known characteristics.
Yeah.
Although you have a sense of humor, you take life very seriously and make goals which you truly intend to meet. I think that last bit's pretty
That's
bang on.
not true. I don't have any goals. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Hugo,
man.
what sign does Libra fall in love with?
Oh.
Aries.
Is that
I'm
you
an
and
Aries.
Are you
and
hitting on me, Harry?
Opposites attract in astrology, which is why Aries tops the list most
Opposites
attracted
attract.
to Libra.
Opposites attract.
Apparently, the sexual chemistry can be intense.
Well, I'll keep that in mind, Harry. And I'm still going to turn down again. This look. If you can't convince me, the stars aren't going to convince me. I can assure you. But on top of that, no, thank you. I don't even. I was going to make a point, and now I'm
The stars have aligned for Poison over in middle at least. They're favouring somebody as he's taken one down with the AWP. Jerry biting the dust early on. Nice little double nade stack in top mid, trying to keep the pressure applied. But mid control is still firmly in the hands of Cole.
Opposites attract are what middle-aged couples say so they can justify staying together for the kids. I think that's what that means.
Jeez.
In my head.
No, that's yeah. I don't believe in the whole opposites attract thing. Just be with someone you share stuff with, in common. Probably a good thing for the future.
Would make sense, right?
Yeah, no, we essentially disagree on everything, but we make it work.
We try, at least. We try. It's a lot of arguing, a lot of crying.
It's all about...
But enough about me and Harry and our duo work. It's back to the game because Cole are a man up, moving into A with 30 seconds. Flitz tucked back, he's trapped alongside his teammate. They're blocking each other to death. And the AWP with a missed shot. It's all coming up Cole. Kenzie dead as well. And Poison with 3. Man, he's back on the AWP, Harry. It's what we've been waiting an entire map for. And it's showing up in dividends. Or paying dividends, rather. Round found for Cole. That's a couple of them now. We back, baby.
I like how close Little's gotten to the camera here. We can really take him in all his glory. Oh, I see Rush talking, getting involved with the team. And that's the thing for Cole, they're trying to build back up into this series, not just, their map pick. They're looking to take us all 3. And the fact that forZe have been putting them through their paces, for me, it kind of solidifies these results that we had back on day one, where they beat VP and we were all surprised and we were all wondering, well, was this VP being quiet? Was this forZe really stepping up? I think the answer is that forZe have come to this event prepared as hell and are looking like they could do some serious damage, like a bit of a dark horse that we can't sleep on.
Yeah, don't sleep on horses, man. They sleep standing up. You're going to fall off.
Do they?
Yeah.
Wait, really?
I think.
I don't know. I'm not a horse guy.
No, you're a man. You're a human.
I'm a horse lover.
Okay, that's even worse. Did you know that sperm whales sleep floating? Oh, well, obviously, but
I thought they
this...
sunk to the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, right. They just lie on the ground, right? No, they float vertically,
Yeah, dude, that's pretty sick.
Google. Well, actually, be careful with this one. Maybe don't. Google sperm whales sleeping, and maybe if you have safe search on, something cool will come up. Maybe something devastating will come up. But it's really cool. It's like a graveyard, man, of whales. By the way, Cole, it's like Inferno all over again. They get 1 kill, they plant the bomb, they win the round. forZe are saving. That's why we're talking about whales. What's your favourite ocean commotion creature? Let me know. While Harry catches his breath. Are you more of a crustacean guy? A crab under the sea floor?
Under the sea. That's not a song. I just
That's
said
all I
it.
know. Yeah, I'm trying to follow it.
Yeah.
Da, 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 under the sea. Yeah, it's a Little Mermaid. Are you a mermaid man, Harry? A merman, I guess would work.
I'm if I had to pick any, dolphins are pretty cool because they're like mad smart, but they're also like scary.
Like humans.
But you know, did you know that when here's a cool dolphin fact. But first, the cool skin club fact, you get a 10% deposit bonus. Hello! That's pretty sick. Yeah, and you can use ! Skin Club as well. There's even a free $1 out there. I'm not meant to plug that one yet, but there you go. I just love giving out free stuff, apparently. So, Hugo, dolphins, when they're born, they have legs in the womb from when dolphins used to have legs.
What?
They have little legs. Look it up, Google it, it's real.
What?
Dolphins, little legs.
Do they walk?
In the womb. In the womb. They did once upon a time.
What if humans are just dolphins that grew legs? And
that's a theory. Look at this. Blame F. Let's see. Dolphin diving in through the window. Into flip with the deagle.
Wow. Probably played that little light, right? You see a boost.
Yeah. Oh, that's grimy.
Very grimy. Grime time for JKS. Creeping out the ramp side. Nice shot. And now the A side falling. Cole trying to get the bomb there, though. They've got to beat these middle players who want to stop it in its tracks. Oh, Kenty getting aggressive. 2 players on his plate. Only hungry for 1. Nice shot for Zorti, drops the bomb, and now Config coming in on what is essentially a backstab, but they're not giving him the kill yet. Zorti goes up and over, Config has to make noise. Jumps in and out, but has to fall eventually. Do they know? Bomb retrieved, no utility. To get them out of this hairy situation, the kills will do. Config, headshot. Dropping lower is Zorti. Config has the bomb. Does he want to really risk fighting? He's now trapped in the corner, and Zorti's hunting him down. Oh, he won't clear it. Config can just backstab if he wants here, and he's got it. Oh, it's messy, but it's still a kill. With the combo nade from JKS. And that's a nice recovery from Cole, getting that round. Although, even though they had the A site the entire time, it was getting through middle, which was proving to be quite the problem. Zorti's still looking good, but not going to be able to win the round on his own.
Yeah, this is a good recovery out of complexity. Exactly what we wanted to see. And once again, they're going to look to just keep this very, very varied, right? We've seen a lot of different faces of complexity, a lot of different paces from complexity, and this round is a simple little A rush with the smokes down. But that one blooms just a second too late. Config going up onto the bench. Woo! Take the peek. Doesn't like what he sees. He's brought down low, flashing himself through. Config the madman. Yeah, that's a little bit.
That's unlucky timing. He would have made it, Jungle. They wouldn't have stopped him, but Poison just mollied it.
Well, that was a roller coaster. And now we've kind of grinded to a halt here. Please keep your hands and legs inside of the cabin at all times. JKS trying to do good on his promise to secure this round. Out from scaffolding, looking for kills, and in the blink of an eye, they've all come through for Cole. Zorti and the AWP don't want to give up yet. There's no time for the defuse, but he makes it close. He makes it a little more exciting. JKS with a hell of a round.
Yeah, quite the naughty little devil is this guy. Great flick back as well, right? Like, just misses that timing onto Flip, but still goes back in for the fight. And this brutal headshot, they're all trying to save, trying to get out alive, not allowed. What a round for Cole, man. They're suddenly full of them. This was looking a bit scary at the start with forZe finding round after round, but now Cole has come alive on the T side, and forZe are broken yet again. More pistols. These rounds still typically do get interesting when they're not gamble stacks that are red. But right now, JKS is reading them like a book, dealing with the push through Palace. 2 kills. And up cat goes Blame. Backstab. He's there so fast in the round, they're not even considering that mid could be corrupted. But he won't commit into the 2-man hold. They've already got A. Why risk it? Why give them a gun?
Yeah, I do hope that, we can see this keep up as it is right now. Like, this is a very, very confident-looking complexity. Even just the kind of audacious plays we've had out of guys like Config suggests that he really is brimming with confidence right now. I want this to be a 3-map. I don't know about you, Hugo. I know that, me and you used to be big forZe fans back like with the old roster as well. I've been keen on what we've seen from this roster here at FunSpark. And so the more I get to see these two squads going head-to-head, I can't complain. I think it's really important as well for us to get a good picture as to where forZe are at. Because, coming into this, I think a lot of people were ready to write them off right away. I was even one of those people, and I'm someone who used to love this team. But as of late, they haven't really accomplished much at all. They've kind of fell off the radar.
Well, they're back on the map, that's for sure. A map up, indeed, in this series as well. Their pick in their pocket. Oh, bit of a toilet break by the looks of things.
Nice. Well,
everyone's going. Both teams are going.
Nature calls.
Nature does call.
Someone else is going now. He's like, yeah, I could do with a pee. Screw it.
Yeah, you've got a couple of minutes. Take it. I mean, with the amount of water we're seeing on everyone's desks, staying hydrated.
Yeah, you think they could just pee in a bottle and save us all some time?
No. That's
no.
They are on camera. But even then, even if they weren't, wouldn't make it okay.
Poison doesn't know where his bathroom is by the looks of things.
He's lost.
He's freaking out. He's like, no, I gave up. I gave up, guys. I got a few steps away from the computer. I'm just going to stay here with my friends. They're back. They're back. They're back. I hope you all washed your hands. Your hands are looking very dry, people. And they fist bumped it. Ugh.
Yeah.
Ew.
Stop, Harry. Stop.
Hugo, if your teammate went to the toilet and then tried to fist bump you, would you reciprocate the fist bump? Just out of respect? It's a very awkward situation. You know his hands are dry.
I'll plead the fifth.
Yeah. Just pretend to not notice. Well, here we go. We're back in. Toilet break out the way. I haven't had many of these in my time where that happens. AKS. Oh, out of Palace. The Prince is in, and he's secured this A bomb site with that one kill. That one kill really could just decide the outcome of this round. Oh, it's getting even better for Complexity. They're really keeping forZe on the back foot. The bomb's down, mate. forZe is saving. Like, you're locked out of A. You lose the one defender in the site to a fast Palace push. Yeah, man, round's done.
Oh, Blame's got the cut here. Oh, it's a bit messy. He's got to trim the fat. He's got to try and chase down Flint. Escaping. There's another kill. That'll do instead. Almeza throws himself at the problem. But then it becomes bigger. It's like a weird, twisted game of Agario. And now Blame, he's got more kills to find. Another in the apps, another around the corner. Zorti with the orb. Oh, Flint, that's a whiffed spray. Blame takes him down. And Zorti's just running. Wants that orb desperately.
So, the rumour mill has been churning. A new leak has just dropped, Hugo.
Hot leak.
On Astralis.
Oh, okay.
Astralis have been practicing with Bubsky. In place of
Zip. Ooh, Magisk? No, wait, no. Just tell me.
It's a name that you won't have guessed. Device.
What?
And in today's episode of What Are the Danes Doing?
I guess we'll find out.
I can't wait to see what the plan is, man. I'm happy at Bubsky's plan. Let's get it. Look at this from Cole. Speaking of Danes, out into the A site, B site rather, they go. The bomb dropped. Kenzie mowing them down, finally dealt with by the nade, but there's plenty of time to get your pieces in the right place here. Like big chest, big flesh chest. And look, Poison removing another. Oh, Poison.
Okay. All right.
It's the ground running now, looking for even more. A fourth man inside of this site has crept past the crosshair of Poison. Is this a blessing? No, it looks like it. He's on for the ace. One man has made all the difference. And it's Poison lighting up the server. There it is. All five, baby. Complexity onto 8. And Poison does it all.
That looked like a round right in the pocket of forZe, right? Bomb loose, 4-on-3, everyone locked out of the site, stuck in apartments, and they just give him the 1v1s that he so desperately requires.
Man.
Oh, that's a sick play. Like, that's crazy.
We talking about chess pieces, but little did we know Poison was the ultimate pawn all along. Also, get a free dollar. Exclamation mark Skin Club, $100 free to be given away.
And there's so much to talk about, Harry. From Poison to Skin Club to Astralis. I don't know where to start. I don't know when to stop. Like, you know, what does that mean for AWPing? Dupree back to main? Bubsky picking it up? We know he can do it. And also, I think, you know, just because they're pracking with him doesn't mean that, you know, device is getting dropped or devices. Yeah, it probably is just like a couple of maps, right? You'd like to think. I don't really know. I don't know what to make of that. It's weird. Of all, nice shots. All players to. Oh my goodness!
What?
What is going on?
How is this happening?
They have
All
a
right.
kit.
Yeah, now they're interested.
Okay.
To begin with, it was just a pipe dream, but now they're staring it dead in the face. Kenzie and his Deagle giving us something spectacular already into the site.
No.
And now another one out from Flint.
On it.
It's only Rush, the safest pair of hands, but he's got to get them off the bomb, and it has connected just in time. Rush, there's no one safer. Complexity, 9 on the board. Another round that should have never come up in favor of Cole falls to their tally, 9-4, up in the lead. And heartbreak for forZe, they thought they were onto a winner.
I mean, it shouldn't have come up for forZe either. It shouldn't have come up for either team at either point in that round, but Rush keeps them alive. A necessary smoke spam. It had to happen. There was almost a second left on that defuse. My goodness, nice shots though from forZe, right? But Zorti covering and saving Jerry's life. This game is wild. Oh, run! It's very hot. Poison getting burnt out. This is mad. A near 2v5 now into total silence. forZe man up, not wanting to make a mistake and give a kill back. Especially with the AWP low, they're in a very good position. Rush could boost window as well. Clearing mid and forZe fall back into a triple B setup. Jerry's AWPing on A. He's taking this gun after getting tagged. Not only did Zorti save his life, but he armed him as well. But Bogdan still lives on. Even though Jerry isn't simple, I'm sure he'll be fine. However, creeping in, they have no idea, no info. Jerry's falling off the boxes. Nice shot, bomb dropped Jerry. We know what he's been like today. He's been all over the board. Looking for a second, but up close was Config. Flint, his mouse has stopped working. He's looking at the sky, and Blame is taking down his teammate. In the meantime, he's back. Only for a moment during the flash. Bombs planted, Config's trapped, and Flint killing the cover, spraying, but the transfer will not connect. The A1S, a fickle beast. Almeza with one, but he's getting, the bomb open right now. Blame could be anywhere. Blame has a Molotov as well. Almeza with the smoke could play the combo. But Blame's not rushing that one. Smoke comes down. Forget the molly. It's all about the spam. It's all about the spray and pray. Mollied out is Blame, and Almeza's not on the bomb. It's done. No kit. No chance. Blame wins the round alone, and that's a very weird one. No kit dropped, I presume, but didn't even try and stick it in the smoke and hope for the best. That was his only way to win the round.
You see the kit there?
Yeah.
Over a ramp.
But even then, like, I guess you know you're not going to 10-second stick a defuse. But if you want to win the round, that's your only way. So it's like, at that point, you're making the decision, do I want to save and get the kill, or do I want to go for the round? Maybe it would have been worth sticking. Who knows?
I feel like every time we've had these entry kills up, both on Inferno and here on Mirage, JKS has been up towards the top end. He has been having like a good game, like especially here on this map, constantly finding these opening picks into the A bomb site, and this round is no different. Opens up again through the Molotov at ramp. No fear on JKS. Complexity trying to deliver us an even more one-sided first half than we saw out of forZe back on Inferno, and they're looking good to get there. A 4-on-3 down through the connector smoke. There is some aggression out of forZe here. kenzie waiting on the other side. Him and Config destined to meet one another sometime soon. kenzie breaking the silence now, and Config blindsided. Now the A play not coming through just yet. The bomb's actually all the way outside of the B apartments. Are they going to bring it back round to join up at A? Oh, all the kills are in. Flit, low HP. The bomb is going B, by the way. And so this fight versus Rush is just for show. Just trying to keep him here, trapped at the wrong bomb site. And the fact that Rush gets out, that's huge. This is why he's a safe pair of hands. Yeah, see? See, nice, safe.
Not even close. But he gets away in time, he stalled him out.
Exactly, and here's the thing, like now you can't rotate CT, now you can only go short. Well, they know where you're coming from. The bomb has had so much time for Complexity to get posted up around. There's no chance for Flit here. It's heartbreaking to call it this early. But when he's so low on HP, when Caller out positioning him, there's just no chance. It's 11-4 in favor of Complexity at the end of this first half. Well, there's a couple of empty seats here. What are they doing?
Didn't we just have a break? Have they been like downing bottle after bottle of water?
One of them just took so long in the John before that they held it in, I reckon. If I had to guess. Also, Complexity only have 4 people in the server. Oh no. Right, Hugo.
From bad to worse.
Get your rants ready. You got anything else you want to go off on? Any like?
I can't just do it naturally. You gotta, annoy
here's
me.
one. There's a few little cool scientific developments that have happened lately, Hugo, that I would love to get your input on.
Are you going to talk about what we were talking about last night?
Firstly, they reactivated Mammoth technology.
Mammoth technology, yeah. Mammoth trains, Mammoth planes, Mammoth automobiles.
Well, Mammoths, they were like big, hairy elephants almost, right? Yeah. They have it all. They have the do they have trunks? Yeah, they have trunks. I've seen Ice Age, and they have teeth. I bet.
All animals.
And they're probably going to reactivate them in a few years. Bring back the mammoth.
Don't think that's how it works. I told you about this.
Yeah, you did. So I'm kind of
really half-assed this one because I barely knew what I was talking about, and you really don't know what you're talking about.
Well, the other one is that they've spliced together human and monkey DNA. That's a scary one.
Yeah, that is scary.
They're called chimeras.
Little, like, half monkey, half human butler people.
Apparently they want to experiment on them. That sounds
That's
awful.
not cool.
I don't want to cross anything with... Yeah.
You don't want to piss off the monkeys, man. You don't, like...
Have you seen, like, have you seen some videos where, like, gorillas will, like, just tear a human being in two? I haven't seen one like that exactly, but I bet they could.
If they wanted to.
Well, the only man I think that could fight a gorilla and live to tell the tale, Flame F.
Yeah, JKS is going to give it a go, though, as forZe are charging into this A site. Looking to tear these CTs apart. They've at least taken the bomb site and put the bomb down. That's a nice shot. kenzie chasing Poison. Kit available for the retake. Trying to find the USP. Where's it gone? Who knows? Retake's on, but it's very slow. Coming from CT. Blame on the late market play. Oh, Zorti tapping. He doesn't need to peek. The bomb is so open and no kills are coming in. This is a beautiful round for forZe. Just don't give Cole the chance, right? They can stick the bomb, but Config needs to smoke it. That's when things get dangerous, right? You don't want to, lose to the defuse, but it is coming in. Rush is on the stick and he's won the round. That's unfortunate. Like, you're trying to toe the line between not giving the kills, but also not losing to that exact play. That's the only play Complexity have if you don't give them the fights. And so maybe I actually really like the idea of not peeking there, but you've got to have the numbers spamming the bomb, and as they start spamming, the cover comes in. From bad to worse, looking like a 3-map affair. Dust 2 is our finale if we get there. But a force buy from forZe, and we know they get dangerous when they put their money where their mouth is.
A nice little bit of tag damage out of Poison to begin this, and the nade almost finishes the job. Almeza, one of these weapons is already down low. You might want to put that in the hands of Zorti, and yeah, they'll do that little swap now. One of these AKs getting up into connector, but the rest of forZe instead are angling towards short. The bomb is in con. You got to be careful to not lose it there. It will start to seep out of connector. forZe with this mid control. Now the question becomes, well, what are they going to do with it?
Looking like the fabled B split. Cole have read it. forZe had many B stacks on Cole's B attacks, and so a bit of a taste of their own medicine, perhaps. Config yumping. And the player close should be able to maul them. Here's Rush with one, jumping up, stalling it out as long as he can, but he is dead to Flit. It's not a worry. Config's here to keep it contained, even though he gets traded. Kenzie might not be ready for a third man in the bomb site. Hidden at the back is Blame. 15 seconds. Kenzie's trying to hunt this kill. Blame's not moving a muscle with every second that passes. These rotates get closer. Nice flick. What?
He almost hit Poison. He did hit Poison.
How did he hit Poison? Someone want to explain that to me? Because I don't know. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't get the kill, didn't win the round, so
No.
it could have been cooler, but...
So, like, flick back.
That's
Yeah,
unreal! I can't
unbelievable.
believe it!
Unbelievable. Imagine if you just hit the headshot.
Imagine.
Like that.
Would have been so cool. We
Would've
probably
been
would have
cool.
been like,
Didn't-
oh, Kenzie!
Didn't happen though.
No.
But you don't have to imagine these odds because they're right there in front of you, provided by midnight.
Yeah, and if you want to throw a free £10 bet on there, use code FunSpark for this event.
Nice. Ah, Cole, sigh of relief.
Where's the JKS camera?
Yeah.
I was really bigging him up,
It's
and now
because
he's turned it off.
he smiled the other day, and we noticed that,
Yeah.
and he doesn't want to get caught smiling again. So
Right.
it's off. It's done. It's like how well now we see 5 players of 4s. Usually it was only 4. Usually the camera cut it off, but JKS, where's your cam, man?
I miss his beautiful beaming smile.
Yeah, I don't think he misses yours.
Okay. Well, he didn't say that, so
Well,
appreciate
me and Justin, we're close like that. I can call him Justin. He told me actually.
You said,
Yeah.
I'll let you call me Justin.
Yeah, but then he also said Harry. Ugh. That was it.
Well, no, yeah, his name isn't Harry, so that wouldn't make
No,
sense.
no,
Why
he's
would you
talking-
say you
he's
can call me
talking about-
Harry?
Let's talk about you.
I don't know, dude. I thought me and JKS were cool.
Hey, maybe you are, man.
Look at this. Ooh, a little bit of nade usage and towards the A site. Trying to make the pistol armor buy work out. forZe have gone all in. The opener might be found. The trades are thick and fast for Config before he's deeked back into the depths below. It's a 3-on-3 with complexity. Losing bodies in CT and now in a rough spot. This was a force out of forZe. They've really tried to keep the pressure on with force buys.
It's like
It
the
might
only thing
work.
they can rely on, right? It's what got them over the line on Inferno. Nothing worse than having to reload your sniper. Poison puts the mag in, but then he bounds out of the round as forZe have found a 5th. Oh, he's dead. So the save, nothing to be marvelled at, but forZe on the board is a good sign. However, may feel a little bit too late in the map. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, there's no such thing as being too late to a good time, Hugo. And that's where we might find ourselves right now. I think it was the the great Daft Punk that said that. It was the Daft one, because you know the other guy's called Punk.
Yeah, or is it? No, I think the Punk is just Daft. Is it one dude?
It's two dudes.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Me and you are actually Daft Punk.
Yeah, we retired recently.
Yeah, to do this full time. I like making the music and all, but there's just so much more fun to be had. Like, not.
Not. Yeah. No. Back to A. And away from this conversation as forZe set up for an execute.
Oh, look at this, right? So JKS, I've been really impressed with him in this series. I want him to give me a vintage Justin Savage, a Justin Savant moment. Look at him, channeling his inner beast, tucking himself down, shrinking himself down, like a woodlouse. And here he is, emerging from his shell today. Should have stayed in the shell, mate. Config?
Oh, not like this.
Oh, no! Oh dear, Jerry is suddenly wondering, well, what has gone wrong? 1v2, it's not going to be easy, right? They might both be low. Still, he's got to get this bomb back. There's the first config dead. Just rush left to find, but up on top of the stairs, Jerry is able to manhandle him, putting forZe up onto 6. The force fight almost finding success for Complexity.
How do you handle a man, Harry?
With tender love and care, how else?
Okay. Well, that wasn't...
TLC.
That wasn't that.
No, that wasn't. That was more like a bouncer manhandling someone.
Yeah.
You ever had a fight with a bouncer, Hugo? You seem like the kind of
No,
guy
I
that
would definitely have lost that. I think they employ bouncers who are pre-built in most places for good reasons, you know? forZe, man. They're making this one interesting, but it's still quite the comeback, quite the road to recovery, and Complexity certainly making even eco rounds stick. This one is less than the last, though. Double D, P250. So it should be a freebie for forZe. They pulled this comeback, that would be something else, but we won't get ahead of ourselves. Cole are looking very comfortable right now in this map, with the economical woes of Inferno in the past. Now we are seeing this A attack come through, but it's not a commitment, so if they see the stack and they don't like what they see, they don't have to lose the bomb here, but may as well just kill them all, right? Just pistols after all. There's another, and Flit just DMing on this A site. 3 for him. A lot of talent in the forZe roster, no doubt about it. But will that talent be put to good use? Because right now, Cole are coming back in with a rifle round, and they just want to end it before it even gets, costly or claustrophobic. You claustrophobic, Harry? Could you survive in a little box?
I mean, maybe, like...
Are you scared?
I wouldn't be uncomfortable, but also, I don't like being restrained.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind.
And that's just a fun fact alongside
you don't like it.
Config holding on to B. Oh, they're getting restrained now. Config, the dominator. There he is, popping off.
Cuffs on.
My oh my, Config. Oh, everybody dead. It's the king of BDSM. Config's getting rough with him in that B bomb site. Complexity onto 14.
forZe need a safe word, man. Stop the beating, please. I'm bleeding. Bullets. Now that's masochism right there. They'll hurt, Harry. I've heard. But forZe are full of holes right now. Bullet holes. That's what I meant by that.
Yeah.
14-7 and Cole in control. That's the round we were waiting for, right? forZe may win a couple off the back of that force buyout into the A site, deal with the low econ rounds. But as soon as Cole have everything they want, as soon as they have config unleashed, well, the dog bites, Harry. Careful delivering that post.
Poison. He's looking confident. Like, this is the Poison that takes control of his series right here. A man down. forZe. still like vying for control of middle, and that's a nice trade from Flit at least, right? You thought that Poison was going to go unpunished on the back of that opener. It's a very late trade, but you still get it. You know, you've helped relieve some pressure in this moment. Now moving up through the short side, Zorti entering with this AWP. While this has happened, Complexity have pushed into the apartments, but this could lead to misinformation. By the looks of it, are they clearing out lower tunnels? Yeah, Rush has missed this timing. They're past him on shore. They're moving behind him in the B apartments. And forZe are about to get a free B bomb site. They have crossed each other like ships in the night.
The worry is here. The bomb doesn't want to go through apps because they think the opponents are in apps. That's why B's clear. That's what they're wondering. So the bomb's going to come through short instead, which has got enemies in. Rush is going to drop it. And that's the round. There's no time. Oh dear. The fear in the heads of forZe. The apps had opponents in. And they were sort of right? Rush came under. It was just timing. And he wins the round. It looked like Rush had completely missed the timing and completely whiffed his opportunity, but instead he creates a new one. What a weird way for that to go through. But Cole will take it. They're not complaining. They're looking for dust too, the finale of the series. forZe were looking for another upset. They took down VP, and if they took down Cole as well, man, geez, like, that's setting yourselves up to, I don't want to say win the tournament on day 2, but you're beating 2 of the big dogs here.
What's the biggest dog you've ever taken on in a fight? Like a Doberman?
You know those little poodles, the celebrities keeping their purses?
Not personally, but yeah.
Yeah.
You could fight one of them.
I think
wow,
I could.
how cool.
I think I could, man.
Could have at least come in with like I mean, you wouldn't want to fight a dog anyway. Dogs are lit, so let's just leave that where it is.
Yeah, well, you're the one who threw that out.
Yeah, to be fair, I did kind of ask you, didn't I?
I was going to say Chihuahua, but I think I would have heard your dreams.
No, yeah, I would have put a pillow over you while you were asleep. Just snuffed all the life out of you.
Just a normal night then.
Oh, look at this. A little walk in the park at the A-bomb site. forZe are creeping out through ramp with the hero orb on Zorti. Poison attributed a lot of these openers to him, but this time around he's silenced. JKS dead to Palace as well. This isn't a plain and easy round for Complexity, despite only being up against Eagles and that one AWP. They've still run amok in the A-bomb site. forZe trying to keep this game chugging on. Looking to put 8 up on the board. Just Rush left to stop him.
He's trying to get past that orb. It's not there anymore. It's gone all the way round in the post plant. And Rush is being given nothing. He's waiting for an overextension. That won't be the case. He's got a kit, but kills need to come through. And Zorti's just holding this angle. There's the ramp peak. Oh, Rush with 1. 2 more to go. Zorti tucked in, waiting for the tap, and Rush will give him the jump that he wanted so desperately. 8 rounds to forZe, and man, when they just explode off the back of this opener, they can be so scary. Winning all the fights that maybe they shouldn't. Like, Blame looked like he had that cross shot on lock, but Jerry, again, just providing big frags out of nowhere. And Cole, no, okay, this game's not done yet. We haven't closed it. Got plenty of room, plenty of time, so that's why they'll take an eco. In no hurry.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you're up against a Deagle and a P250. Not much should go wrong in a round like this. Okay, I was worried there for a brief moment. Flit has returned us to our regularly scheduled programming.
Ooh.
That's nice. Nice from Kenzie. B-site looks tempting. In they go. 2 here for Cole, now just 1. And yeah, the pistols don't do anything. They never should have. They never will. Everything's fine. And so this is forZe moving on to 9. It's a bit of a rhyme. I could keep going, but I'm not going to. Because I have self-respect.
Well, let's not get that far, Harry. Blame. Okay. All right. Reasonable. Shots in the face. And forZe, I mean, even if they know they're against 15, they know at any point this game could just disappear and they have to go on to the next. But you may as well have fun with it, right? Enjoy yourself, pick up a few rounds, get some confidence back, and stay warm. And then suddenly, just maybe, you'll get to a point where you realize, wait, this game is achievable, this game is doable. But if you don't, it's not the end of the world. This is pretty one-sided anyway, so the fact that it's still going is impressive enough for forZe, showing some true grit in this map. Fast A split, I love these rounds, they're going really well for forZe right now. Is that going to continue to be the case? Cole have numbers here. Boost up into the window. Oh, Blame, he's got to watch window and connector. So, he's in the perfect position, dealing with that first man in. Now he knows Almeiza's here. He didn't hear the jump up, so there's got to be a second player on middle. Splitting into A. JKS always found under the balcony, never moving. Poison with the palace swing, ready to deal with Jerry. Almeiza, what's his timing like? Can he find anything? There's no one to be seen but Blame. And now they start to run out ramp.
Oh yeah, the flash is set up. But the Aussie Prince down under is dealt with by Almeiza. And this A site is once again slipping through the fingers of Complexity. However, Config and Poison could make a bit of a difference. Poison scoped up, he don't miss those. And now just 2 surviving for forZe. They're hoping to keep this alive, but it's not looking good. Jerry dead to rights. And Complexity, they lock in a 3-map appearance here. They keep on fighting. This series has got some real legs on it.
Yeah, it's got like 2 per person, man. That's like 20 legs if you count, only the players. That's a lot of legs, Harry. A great game as well, right? forZe,
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
What a throw. Yeah, forZe, man. I still have faith in them for Dust 2. That was Cole's map pick. That's one they looked very good on against Harvu as well. Cole's still favourites in this series. The fact that forZe have made this so close is impressive enough. I think even if forZe fall into the lower bracket, they're going to be a team to be rivaled with after, having already taken Cole's map or their first map in the series and beating VP as well 2-0. So sky's the limit for forZe right now, but Cole are back in control of the series. Let's see what our analysts and Toll make of it.
Yeah, that was a pretty confident one from Complexity, wasn't it?
Yes, that was the reaction I was looking for. Honestly, I was talking about how Complexity have to make a statement, and I believe they did. The last few rounds, maybe they let the foot off the gas pedal just a little bit. They allowed forZe to win a couple of more rounds, and it's good for the scoreline. But if you think about this game, there never really was any question as to the issue. They string 11 rounds together on their T side. Config is running amok. I was talking about Poison, didn't I? Ace, clutch, insane on that B side. So I think the members that needed to step up for Complexity did. Poison, Config, and also a little bit of JKS on the A side.
Yeah, and the second pistol round on the second half was something. 2v4, smoke diffuse, and the round is in their pocket. So the Config is the most resultive player on the server. And yes, as you predicted, Config was the X factor.
I mean, Mirage is just his garden, right? His environment. I think that it's a map that allows him to get a lot of aim duels. His secondary position on the B side when he's helping rush. And then we have forZe just going in like with a million flashes in smoke. And Config is just playing backside. And you can see how he is decomposing every duels he's got. Okay, I'm just going to aim here. The 2 bullets. That he just makes left and right and cleans the entire side. Mirage is a very good map for him, and what scares me a little bit for forZe is that we're moving on to Dust 2, and it's a skill map by example.
Yeah, very much a lot of confidence from Config, and the Dust 2 as an AWP map also, but maybe more AWP map between those teams with Zorta and Poison on both sides, with Long, Mid, and sometimes B with a secondary op. It's gonna be something interesting, and we're waiting for Dust 2 with you guys. It's gonna be about 5 minutes of break time, and we're coming back.
Skin Club, make the right choice.
Starters, one of a million will reach those heights. Always had a feeling that I won't deny that work. Never could toss. Look at my eyes, I'm on the rocks. Rise. A couple milli now, I'm causing a commotion. I've been coasting, hear my name around the world like an explosion.
Rise up, rise up. We are the apocalypse, and a pill that keeps us floating. As we fly above the stars, the hype won't scare us falling. So rise up. Way too great to be landed. Rise up. Way too great to be standing.
They never gonna stop us, fly by them like choppers. Better took those risks, cold blood in my fists, we fire starters. Let's go. One of a million will reach those heights. Always had a feeling that I won't deny that work. Never could toss. Look at my eyes, I'm on the rocks. Rise.
He's still got a chance for more. Oh, he's got all three. Gonna fold them together. What? Jumping double. Forged in blood, etched in bone. The safe rich with everybody stand up, fists up. She's done hit one. He's still got a chance for more. Oh, he's got all three. Let's just analyze that back. Heart attack, thunder for a soundtrack.
Skin Club, make the right choice.
The Mirage was good, but now that's the decider of the first semi-final. It's the Dust 2. So, well, Dust is getting pretty boring, you know. The work of B-side and Upper Tunnel did make it much more interesting on that side of the map, but the A-side, the mid, are pretty boring for like 20 years now. The same long takes, the same short outcomes, and what do you think, Maniac?
Look, it's true that we've been playing almost the same Dust 2 meta for a while now. I still think that you see some new sets of smokes being used. For example, a Vanguard came up with these smokes on Catwalk, allowing you to find some small gaps and bug smoke towards the A side. So there are still ways to be innovative. And what we cannot take away from Dust 2 is that it's a map that can go extremely fast. It's a map that can be very quick-paced, very electric, very fight-oriented. And when you have teams like Complexity and forZe, I'm sure we're going to be entertained. But yes, the meta of Dust 2 has remained relatively the same for a while now.
Back to the players you mentioned on Dust 2, the players to watch. Tell us a little bit more about that part of the game.
Well, what's quite interesting is that I was looking at Complexity stats on Dust 2, and they've played a decent amount of Dust 2 in the last 3 months. They have good results, for example, beating Na'Vi on it, which is no small feat. And actually, it's BlameF who's leading the charge. In this game, I feel like he's been not quiet, but he's just done enough. You know, BlameF is having a decent series so far. He hasn't been all lights out, shining and destroying everyone. And now moving on to Dust 2, it's actually his territory. So I'm expecting BlameF to play a little bit better or to have a bit more impact. Now, if we talk about forZe, there are two names that we need to mention here. It's going to be Flit, and that's the one I will mention the most whenever forZe plays because I'm such a Flit fan. And actually Zorte. And honestly, I don't know for you, but the more I see forZe play, the more I get excited about this Zorte new player I didn't really know. But he's really holding his ground right now.
Yeah, he does indeed. And Dust 2 is on its way. The knife round on the decider is going to happen, and the teams will then decide who's playing which side. What is your favorite position and your favorite side on Dust 2? What side would you play?
When I don't know why, I actually start on the CT side. That's because I think there's a very interesting aspect to the map where you can diversify how you play by spawn. If you start 3 on the A side or 4 on the A side, Astralis have shown us that you can do that. So personally, I've always preferred to start on the CT side because I feel like if you win a couple of rounds at the beginning, you can completely block the T's out of any opportunities. But to be completely honest with you, whenever I play Face It or something like that, I don't really care about the knife round. That's like the one map I actually do not care if we win or lose the knife round. I actually don't have a preferred side per se.
So you define the Dust 2 balance map between the sides?
Yeah. I think that there is a way to take over the map and take over the game on both halves, right? We've seen plenty of T-side, completely steamrolling the defense with quick pace Counter-Strike, out long, out mid, can't execute, B contact. If you start winning and you play like a one-dimensional type Counter-Strike, you can completely lose your opponent. But the same is true for the CT side. You see teams like Spirit, for example, or Ents back in the days playing quite aggressive and disruptive on the CT side with like AWPs, picking down middle, picking down tunnel. These can be CT sides that you hate to play against. You hate it. They make you crazy. So I like those two in that sense because a good team can find ways to take over the game and take control on both sides.
Yeah, there is an interesting thing about Dust 2. Always, though it was a good T-sided map or sometimes a balanced map, it was always a CT picked by most of the teams. Now, that's why I asked you about that, because I've always thought, why? But the T-side had like 60% of the advantage, but they still did pick the CT side. Yeah, because you can just... take it passive, just wait for your opponent. Maybe that's the way. But not only Dust 2, the other maps, the same thing. And I think the casters are already here. So 2 guys from United Kingdom, as they said, are ready to start.
United Kingdom.
I love
appreciate
it.
the
Yeah,
reference,
yeah,
Tom.
that's
Nice
a good
catch.
reference.
Yeah.
Tom's been nailing it, man.
Yeah.
He's very, very good at like keeping his finger to the pulse. That's not where the
Yeah.
pulse is.
No, the
That's a
pulse isn't
headphone,
here. The
yeah.
pulse is here.
And you know, he's always quick-witted with the old little throws there, man. I'm excited for this third map. Dust 2, nice, balanced, even. I want to see both these teams bring in their A game. We've had a great series already, Hugo. I know you're looking forward to it. I can tell you've broken out the little red.
I've been
red
wearing this all
number.
day, Harry.
Yeah,
This
well.
isn't new. This isn't. I wear this all the time.
Oh.
Nice try, though. Either way.
Right, well, yeah, Hugo, talk to me. How do you see this going? I know you picked Cole at the beginning of the day. I don't want to have you you know, I'm not going to call you out for going, well, of course you're going to say forZe now. You know, do you want to swap?
No. Why would I swap?
So you still think Complexity have got
full
this
faith.
in the bag?
Never a second of doubt.
I will say Poison was looking really, really good there, right? JKS has been kind of stepping up all day long. I think he's going to prove to continue to be key when it comes to getting these entries, right?
Yeah, definitely. And Config, I mean, you can keep
This is
naming
really
players.
cringe, Hugo.
Yeah, exactly. You can keep naming players, but Config had some brilliant beat hold to Mirage as well. Didn't really see him get too much, right? He had a couple of 4Ks and then they just started avoiding him. But here on Dust 2, hopefully a little more into the fray. We've got a knife round first. No one really cares where they start. Take it or leave it on a map like Dust 2. So, let's see.
Oh, Blame F, tanky boy.
Oh, 3 HP.
But a lightweight of Flit weighing in at just, I don't know.
That's so sad because he left, righted him first, but it was his second.
It was his
third
second,
left.
yeah. Because he'd already just killed someone moments ago, so it decreases the damage.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
There's a lots of knife rounds, man. They're not as cut and dry.
The way that Chad Sponge Birchall always used to describe it was act like a hinge. And that was the phrase he used to use. Was like one of you goes in, it's like a door, right?
Yeah, he's just trying to buddy up.
Yeah.
Trade.
Yeah.
But that was a mess. That was just 10 people swinging the.
And Chad's played at a major, so he knows what he's talking.
Are there knife rounds at majors? I imagine.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Yeah.
The maps. Yeah. Well, I wasn't sure they were coin flips.
Hugo, man.
No, they coin flip. Yeah. What am I? Who cares?
Yeah, I
knife rounds
literally
suck.
don't care.
Yeah, knife rounds. Over, done with, don't even know who really won, but someone did. forZe did.
forZe
So they probably go CT side. Where would you go, Harry, if you won your knife round?
So I don't think really it makes a huge difference.
Oh,
ever.
look, they went CT,
but,
like always.
Yeah, man, Dust 2 especially doesn't really make a difference. A lot of teams just want to get CT done and dusted.
Get it out of the way.
Because then you get to set the pace in the second half.
Yeah. Comebacks are easier, I think, on T side. Like, you get wrecked on your T side, and then you have to be at the, beck and call of whatever your opponents want to do in the second half. Doesn't feel too pretty. Neither does getting dinked on the car. Zorti calling for help. Almeza will provide, but Zorti's gone. Oh, there's another. Almeza is crispy right now.
He's cracked. And while just the PT50 on Blame, I'm a big PT50 in the pistol fan.
Love it.
I reckon Maniac is as well. He's a smart guy like that, is Maniac. PT50 is just better than a Glock in every way. If you're the guy in your MM games that drops the PT50 to a teammate, you will be forever loved in Counter-Strike. So let's see if they're able to make this B play work. Kenzie holding this horrible angle at the back of B, right? When you tuck down there, it's really, really hard, nigh on impossible to hit the headshot. He's lost one of his teammates, and Config will find the other as well. So he's cracked the B site open. A 1v2, a chance, right? It's not the best chance you've ever seen, but my goodness, he can give this a go. Crosses into the site, taps the bomb, actually not the full commitment, and he baits the peeks out of the door. Oh, Config trying to make this happen, but he can't get past Almeza, who goes on a tear of his own, 4 in the round to put the pistol on the board for forZe.
Almost, but almost won't do it, Harry. And this series just got spiced up again. Oh, there's a part of me that wanted forZe to lose pistol so they could, go for the force buy, and we get to see more of that, as there has been many examples in this game. But now it's Cole's chance. Cole's dance to get the guns in. Blame's got an AK, lovely, dropped over. Presuming from Config after those kills. So even with no bomb plant, they have a fighting chance of winning this round. Oh. This battle of Zorti v Poison has been pretty exciting so far as well. Both very, very fast. Poison having some great games so far this event.
Who's the better scouter, though? That's the
I'd
question we
say
gotta have
Poison.
answer. Yeah, you're reckoning Poison. All right, let's see. Let's see if he's able to deliver with this scout. As Mr. Byron predicted, Jerry in with the first. There's Blame F trading back. Poison dead and out of the round. Zorti, his scout still alive, still kicking. Blame F with the hero AK. And lay down the pain, and there's one more before he's dealt with. Config. Damage done, but he can't get the kills. It's left to JKS. And he's got it down to the 1v1. But it's not meant to be. Flit fast up through ramp, gets that trade. It's not a it's not a clean round. It's down to the wire for both teams. Call are going to be happy with the damage they've done there, and they get a bomb plant. Do we see the Force Spies continue again?
It's very tempting, isn't it? Those are some nice shots from JKS, finishing off the low players, but had to get the reload in. That's sad, isn't it? One more bullet, maybe he had it. Maybe. We'll never know. Config lighting everyone up, and look at these. Bang, bang. But no time. Quick jump up. Round saved, and the Force called. And why wouldn't you? With a buy like this, and with odds like this from Midnight, favouring Cole right now in the third map, going back to the favourites. It did flip after Force won their pick, but Cole, I think, rightly favoured here, going the distance. Config for good reason. Big shot onto Zorti, but Almeza keeping long intact. It's come down to Config to triple up on that position and kill everyone on the A site. Now the rotates in. Flit can hear them running up catwalk. Can he stop the long cross? Those smokes double down. He's going to throw one as well to get him up into position, move up the ramp, and not die to that cat cross, who's already made it to the site, by the way. Everyone on the bomb site, and Flit doesn't know.
Kenzie is wrapping long. This decision to force it up again is looking like it might pay off for Complexity. Flit trying to disrupt it, but Poison bests him on the AWP, and I can assure you the MP9 ain't winning this fight. Long range. Config's just hunting it down, and yeah, fair enough, mate. 4 in the round. Delicious out of Config. I love this, man. Gonna put the first on the board for Complexity.
Early bird gets the worm. Cole have their beaks to the ground right now. Force out of the money. Back to the Force. And Poison AWPing early is just a delight, man. Didn't have it on Inferno, as said. Mirage hit some bangers. Here on Dust, no better playground for that weapon. Cat control getting taken though. Timing is everything. Blame's looking at mid, as is Poison, so he could easily get walked on and caught right now, but sending out into middle, maybe not the port of call here for forZe. Just hanging on the corner. Molly pushes him in though, and Config, how does he double headshot on a spray? I don't know. I thought. But Poison stole that kill. And Kenzie is a dead man walking. Price on his head, Harry. How high is the price?
Around about $300, mate. That's how much they're standing to make when they remove this player from play. That's if they do. Not going to win any awards for the most exciting save here on Dust. He's just hoping he can get out with a gun. Complexity know this will be Kenzie's plan, though, so I imagine they've either shuffled the weapon out or are watching it, and that looks to be the job of JKS down in middle. So yeah, the gun's never retrieved. It's nice and clean for Cole. And they tie this game up at 2-2. Now, standing to take the lead, right, with an eco looming for their CIS counterparts on the other side of the server.
Oh, the mid crunch. This is a Trace Thunder Samanthas classic on the eco. Usually, you want a top mid smoke in there, but no money, unfortunately, as said, and it's a bit of a mow down. Cole had everyone in middle ready and waiting. Loser of this game, keep in mind, is going to go down to the lower bracket. They are not eliminated. They merely have to face the winner of Big EG. And that game's a question mark in and of itself, Harry. Not today, tomorrow. But, I mean, both those teams looked pretty poor yesterday, in all honesty. So, as far as draws go, you're in a pretty good spot being either of these teams. But winning it would be just that little bit nicer, getting up to the upper final. And we've all come the full distance, the full 3-mapper for this. Another rifle round, a big one for forZe, as they're only just able to buy. No kit, no warp. And the utility already starting to lack.
Jerry's in this little boost spot, and it will go unaccounted for by Poison. Now, Config's nearby and longing for this trade. Already, Config has been so instrumental to the rounds that Complexity currently have to their name. And this might have to be another one of those, right? You've lost Poison early. Config's the only man who can say anything about that. Jerry, is he going to check this corner? He looks so suspicious. Oh, no. Config dead. Side of the head, out of the round, and Jerry just about stays alive. Problem's gotten worse for Complexity, and there's no answer in sight. Blame F, he's got this little one-way smoke that you drop out onto Catwalk, but he's not getting given a fight through it. Rest of Complexity throwing him into beer.
Oh, nice little one-way. Don't know how they see him through it, but JKS flicks back. And now they want B. Players push the dark tunnels. Flick gets one and tucks in. 15 seconds. Are you really going to give it a go? You're running back up Cat with the bomb. Is there even time? I don't think so. He's getting mauled by the lower push. For a second, that push from Kenzie looked like it could be their undoing as Cole set up for a B play, but if anything, it's what wins them the round. That being said, the time would have come pretty damn close in trying to get that bomb plant for 10 seconds up Cat. And yeah, forZe, forget the utility, forget the kits, they're just winning all their gunfights early and falling back into passive setups. Cole had to really work hard in that one, dropping into CT all over the place, and no time to do it either. So, we've got a game on our hands, Harry. 3-all. Ooh, hate that. Oh, was that 2 smokes blocked? At least the second one.
Well, the second one kind of did the job.
Sort of. Poison's looking past it, but they do make it alive. Cat is free, and Cole look interested. Oh no, mid to B instead.
Look at this. There's no urgency to take Cat here. They just explode through the mid doors. There is still a B-bound player right back in the tunnels, lying in wait. That said, I think a lot of teams would just look to save here. Like, even if you've got the tunnels position, you would need like a 2 kills out of it, fall back, not die, set up for the retake. It's not going to happen. It is just a save right away. Complexity. Something they have been very, very good at doing is it's like you can never get a bearing on how they're looking to pace themselves in a round, right? It feels like it's just constant pace changes, and that was the story back on Mirage as well. Like one minute they would just be sat back holding some default, you know, like fighting you maybe for middle, and that's about the extent of it. Others they would like triple palace drop with 1 flash, fast A play. This round, it's just an explosion out through middle, and forZe were not ready to get dealt that hand. So it's clean, it's nice, Complexity. Retake the lead, they're not ready to give it up yet.
Yeah, nice speed on that round, right? Last thing forZe were ready for. Beautiful flashbang, Jerry getting a bit of vengeance coming his way after that mid-clear in the previous round. And only the orb saved. Although if you're going to save one weapon, that's the weapon you want. And it's a fake smoke. This time it won't be blocked because no one's going across. They're all stacking long. Cole haven't really been taking this position out of spawn though. A lot of defaulting. So Rush has got that one locked in. They're going to push him and he sees him. Now him and Poison just hang on. Just hold the doors. Here's a scope. No way Kenzie should be moving any further here. This corner's great though. He has a shadow advantage. If Rush comes around the corner, Kenzie can see him before he's there. But no reason to push for Cole. They're still working the map. They don't know about this gamble stack on A either. Do you think being able to... People talk about the idea of being able to see your own shadow in this game. Do you think that's a good change? If it were to... I imagine it's quite hard to implement.
Yeah, I don't think it would make a tremendous amount of difference. Like, you know, even if you can see your shadow, well, you still need to go into these angles, right? Like, you can't... You know, seeing it ain't gonna help you.
Maybe you'd think more, because I don't know how many people consider their shadow when they're playing.
I don't know, man. These guys are pretty good. I imagine.
Certain angles, sure, but not all of them. There's some that you think of it, right? Like, for example, standing on the top of Cat, like you're AWPing it. Like, they can see your shadow below. Things like that. Obviously, very, you know... What's a word? Situation dependent. Not the one I was thinking of, but...
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like that you can't see your shadow.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
You don't like change.
This green screen has just really taught me to hate shadows, so...
That's a good point, yeah.
I think it's something like that. This is a complexity round, by the way, if you couldn't figure that out.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it a unicorn round, though?
It is looking like a unicorn round. Get the unicorns ready, folks. I don't know if there's a unicorn emote. If there's anything even slightly unicorn related, I'll take rainbows. I'll take Voldemort. Because he used to eat them.
Oh, the unicorn blood?
Yeah.
Were they unicorns or were they something else, though?
They were unicorns.
Were they called unicorns?
Yeah.
Oh, really? Didn't know unicorns existed in Harry Potter.
Yeah, dude. It's like unicorns are copyright free. Right?
Oh, nice,
so everyone wants
Who came up with unicorns?
Well, no, because that's anything that was made like before
It's like how
certain
dragons,
copyright laws were implemented. Is free use. It's like how you can like use music from the 1920s for free. Pretty sick, if you ask me.
Yeah. I think dragons were, medieval,
Real.
right? Real. I think people found dinosaur bones and they thought they were dragons. That's how that came about. Either way, back to the fast mid to be. Oh, there's no smoke down. You're going to want to smoke the choke because otherwise the choke will leave you smoked. Oh, no. Nades in hand for Rush. Gets caught. Aggressive. Almeza gets 2. And yeah, the fast mid to be, not against it. You got to smoke the choke.
You have to just put an idea in my head, though, Hugo. What if, in reality, like when we hear stories about like King George or whatever his name was, slaying the dragon,
was he fighting dinosaurs?
Maybe he was fighting a dinosaur. Maybe there was just a couple of stray dinosaurs holding out for a while.
They lived through the meteor or whatever it was.
Yeah, I mean,
or the aliens resetting the world.
Whatever caused it.
What if Earth is just an alien playground and they've been, making creatures for years and making them extinct and they're bringing on new creatures? It's like a zoo. What if we're a zoo, Harry? You thought about that one?
No. I have now. And I don't like it. Look at this. Oh! Poison! He is looking a bit wild today. Bit of a wild animal over towards short side. Brings it back into the realm of a 4-on-4. And now looking for even more gunfights. Poison is homed in. Config getting flashed out long to take this peak. And on the receiving end, that Molotov is really going to complicate matters here. For Flip burning alive. Config double up. And there's the trades. A-Long now opened up, but a 2-on-2. Complexity can't just pile drive their way into A. They've got to grab this bomb. And while this is happening, BlameF has cleared out the B bomb site. This is all getting a little bit awkward now. Config will hit the timing, crossing back through T-spawn. But forZe still have Zorti down here in lower tunnels.
They don't know where it's going. They're wondering why it's all so quiet. Where is it? And Config could get caught. He's running. Zorti hears the steps, knows what to expect, and now calling for the rotate back into B. Config's made it. But it's not about making it. It's about being aware of this flank. It's about the timing in your head. That clock, tick, tick, tick. Is he behind us? Yes, he is. And they're not ready for it. Oh, Config is. My goodness, right off the bomb, into the 1v1 with no cover needed. Blame is gone. And Kenzie's clearing the corner. He knows exactly where Config is. Beautiful peek from Kenzie and forZe equal up the scoreline again. You got to give it to Config though. This guy's on another one right now. Not only that double kill at long, but then the awareness of the timing on the tunnels flank. So fast to deal with that. This guy's a gamer, Harry. But yeah, Kenzie, he knew where he was. He had him on the cross. If you don't make it to tunnels, there's only so many angles you could be in. Kenzie just pre-fires him. Especially online, like that's a peak you're just never going to win if you're Config. If Kenzie's going in with the intent of pre-firing, you've got to be just as fast. You don't get any warning with that. One step is all that you'll hear. And then bullet to the face. Back to mid to be fast as well. Gonna re-smoke, and now Zorti's cut off. I love this from Cole. It's been working where they've dropped the smoke. There's no one here to stop him. The numbers aren't there in time.
Oh, yeah, Jerry caught looking the wrong way. Still one man fighting. It's Flip, just looking to stay alive. He's dead. And now Blame holding for the mid. Plays the trigger discipline and bids bye-bye to forZe. Zorti's just left to save Complexity onto a winner. Picking up their 6th round here. And Zorti just getting away. Skirts on by, and now posts up down towards CT.
Legs. Ooh, feet.
Looking for legs.
Toes.
Out on the strip. Zorti here, covered in drip. Look at him go. Saving the AWP because he's a bro. Yeah, look at Zorti go, man. Here he is. Big Zorti on the mic. Oh, Molotov heating him up. Far too much fire. Up towards shore, but it's only the leg. Complexity take themselves 6.
Bars, man. Mixtape out soon. Blame. Letting them all out. What a beautiful play from him. And yeah, these fast mid-to-bees are the one thing that forZe can't seem to stop. Working wonderfully. And now back to the slow default, I presume, here for Cole as well, knowing that forZe's money is broke. So broke, Almeza decides to force. Can barely blame him. Yeah, it's a double eco here, so they're just going for it. A bit of more money in. Oh, okay. Let's not get out of control here, shall we? Let's keep it all measured, all calculated, and all clean for Blame F4. Headshots. Pop, pop.
Beautiful, beautiful scenes out of Blame. forZe, they're starting to feel this pressure in a very big way, man. They're at this point in time where the money's just always getting broken. Any round they lose leaves them with nothing into the next. So Complexity are right where they want to be to have a strong T side. Like, this is where we could really see Complexity just leap bounds ahead in this map. In the final map of this series. Kenzie dead on the long push. Cole just holding for it. There are casualties down here in middle, so it's not a done deal yet by any stretch of the imagination. Out into the B side, Complexity are just walking a man in, so they've got the info that B is clear. They are still losing.
Yeah, 2 ecos is big boosting for Complexity, right? Going up to 8 without too much difficulty. But now forZe come back in with the AWP and everything around it. Saw a double AWP earlier. Flip was running it, I think. Also, talking of money, $1 free. Skin Club, hit it up. Exclamation mark Skin Club in the chat for more info. Rush has got a Krieg, Harry. Rush has a Krieg. Interesting. And Cole, not quite the fast mid to be, but looking like they want an early B round. Oh, the triple boost over the smoke. Oh, I love it. Can't see anyone though. That's good for spotting Platt or the Xbox in B. Probably couldn't see Kenzie in his current position, but I love the idea for Cole. Obviously, you slide as the third man on a boost, so you've got to do it up against a surface, a wall. But nice idea for Cole. So they weren't rushing B unless they got that kill. Now they're going to go back to the late long take. XORTY, the patience to still be on this angle is pretty immense, considering they don't have cat info, but this is a perfect bait and switch. You can fire off a shot, and even though it's only a leg, Almaze is here to finish the job.
Yeah, no contest in that head-to-head. Flash is going to go in, but Almaze has dodged it. Still dead to the hands of JKS. So XORTY, pressure is really on now. They've lost the pick in middle as well, XORTY. But Poison making the call to stay on the angle, to get that trade. Big stuff out of him, and not taking any of the shots on the multiple bait peaks that were thrown his way.
Really good patience for Poison. Like, that's hard to do, to see the barrel. Like, XORTY's wiggling here, he's jumping, he's showing skin. He's trying to force a shot from Poison. Meanwhile, we're watching all of that go down long. Config's killing 3 players in the meantime. So, he's having a hell of a game. Feels like he's had so much impact in Dust 2. Multi-kill after multi-kill. Ooh. Poison, trapped by the Molotov, but it's going to crush Almaze, forced forward by the fire, but no fear in his eyes. Poison looking for more. Jerry flashed out, Poison's there with a second kill. Third man coming, Poison's in no hurry, he calls for help, but he doesn't need it. 3 in the round, and this half looks done and dusted unless Flick can do the unspeakable. There's the AWP dead, but the bomb's already gone B, by the way. And forwards figure out the hard way. You can grab the guns, but good luck getting any value from them.
Yeah, 2v4 retake, man. This round would never even normally be played out if it wasn't for it being round 15. They've lost B for a long while as well, so Complexity are deep. Right, they've even got a man pushed out on the scaffolding here. Flit, while he is holding for it, might not even ever get given a peek.
Who?
Config, removing Kenzie.
Of course.
While Flit's in with the first, his journey should be at a world's end here. And there it is, 10 on the board for Complexity, double digits locked in. Trying to do the dirty to forZe. Can they? I don't know, find out in a minute.
Welcome back. Complexity taking on forZe here in a map 3 of this best of 3. Makes sense, right? It's not final yet. That'd be one hell of a group stage running BO5s, but we'll hold that for another day or another tournament. For now, it's forZe, falling a bit quiet in this one, right? Cole have a really good T side, a lot of mid to B rushes, forZe ecoing a lot of the rounds, right? Something that Cole had to deal with back on Inferno. And really not much to say for forZe in this one after a really good series out of them, right? So is there going to be a comeback on the T side? Is the question on everyone's mind. Cole can just run through the upper bracket of this tournament knowing with Heroic gone, there's a big gaping hole with their name in it. Config's jumped up from lower into the Xbox smoke. It's going to disappear. Leave blame here instead. They're coming from lower. Config. Oh, he wanted to fight so badly, but they will find the shot required. Rush backing into B. It is this B split. We have Almeida, or Flit in the tunnels rather. Rush just trying to do any damage. They killed the split player. It's all coming down to the mid rush now. JKS tucked to the back, getting a lot of shots off, but only tags, and his teammates fallen as well. Jerry here to cut off. Rotates denied, but is this really a retakeable round?
Oh, it shouldn't be. Right, but they are tagged up. That was thanks to the likes of guys like JKS doing a bit of damage. Is that going to soften them up enough? Blame F seems to think so, and poisons him with another. Wow. It's a 2-on-4 retake that comes up in favor of Complexity. That mistiming from Jerry down in mid, it didn't feel like it was going to have resounding consequences at the time. But lo and behold, it did. And so Complexity now, you know, they're eyeing up a victory. They're eyeing up the 2-1 over forZe.
Yeah, not much in their way, right? So much damage, and that, I guess, helps out. We see some headshots, but Kenzie gets body hit in the end. And Cole, a pistol round is not what forZe, had in mind, but a force buy, well, that's just expected at this point, rather. AK is coming in with Galil, and set towards B early as well. Not going to be rushing it. We'll call it a leaning 3 there. Planning for that likelihood. Meanwhile, the scouts rattle off in middle on either side. Kenzie with a quick headshot takes down Poison upon him firing his nade into mid. So, forZe pretty much favoured now, not just in the weaponry, but in the manpower as well. So those second round buys for you. And right now we can see why. Only this AUG on A. Rush is too far to have any impact here. Blame's got to destroy them, but he's been dinked. And now the pressure really is on. Nice grenade, but got to capitalize, got to finish the job. And they're getting closer. Blame hunted down. Rush with a nade, saves him for a second, but Blame somehow still standing.
How's he
calling
alive?
for support. Config cleans him up, and there's no way in hell Cole should win this round, but they do it with finesse. Config, someone check his PC. I don't know what's going on.
It's not normally.
No. This guy is on another level. How's he done that, Harry?
Man, I don't know. I think you got to respect a guy like Config. You really, really do, right? He's on like some redemption arc storyline, much like other Danish players out there. Someone like Acadian, perhaps, the level, right, of kind of reinventing himself. Everyone knew Config as, someone who used to be a little toxic back in the day, used to be a little, he was really good, but he was really molding. And now he's like he just seems like such a sensible player, right? He's always very, very positive as well. I love having him on in interviews. Yeah. Like, he'll always give you an in-depth look as to how they're feeling, what's going right.
It's 25-9 right now.
Yeah, he's having a hell of a game. He's looking terrifying. I mean, it was him who got Complexity off to that incredible start, if you remember, with like 3 multi-kill entry rounds in the beginning of this map. And he's putting Complexity on the map in a big way.
Oh, the hinge smoke fell. That's a shame. Oh, it's just a door smoke, which is not what forZe really had in mind, but not the end of the world at the same time. Complexity, I just don't know how we're even here. forZe are reforcing for good reason, right? They got a plant, they got some kills, but they got to make it worth their while. Poison traded after 1 Blame with the AK. Looking for those crispy headshots. Toasted. As they sneak into the A side, noise being made. Blame getting caught from the cat side. Rush waiting for a long lurk. There's no one there. Not that he's not going to know that. CT retake coming in. And this one's a lot harder now for Config without Blame to at least be, drawing the attention and keeping those players safe. They're going to be willing to take these fights from the cat side. Kenzie peeking over for another. And he's helped out, traded at least. Leaving Config alone, not for long. He'll join his teammates back in the grave. And that's finally forZe breaking it. 2 force buys in a row. The second one will do.
Why does everyone have so many drinks?
Hydration is key.
Yeah, but having like 1 drink by your keyboard, your mouse pad, risky enough, right? Having a domino effect of drinks, like just lining the desk. I don't know, man. Feels risky to me. What would I know? I'm just a man. Look at this. Config boosted fast on catwalk. Going to try his hand at mid-aggression. He can get very, very deep through middle, a lot faster than forZe will be ready for, even if he only catches this player late in long. Not meant to be. It's a long control taken for forZe. They don't want to let this this anti-force, anti-partial buy slip through their fingers. These are the rounds you've got to win if you want to make this comeback happen.
Poison trying to dodge flashes. He turns from the smoke and the flash gets him. Oh, almost into the pit now. This is not an easy fight for Poison. He's getting tagged as well. 5 health. Rush with some util, but not going to change anything. The nade will even be thrown back. A boomerang. Poison getting killed, and now this A-side falling. Even shot. Blinded as Rush comes through the smoke. And so 7. This feels like Mirage, Harry, in the sense of like it's very one-sided for Cole. We've got forZe winning a round and now breaking the money, and now they get a chance to build. But is it going to be the same case of Mirage, where it's all just kind of in vain? forZe winning anti-ecos, and then as soon as Cole have the AWP and all the guns, they're back in control and they close the map. Or will forZe actually be able to pull a comeback here on the T side? This is a good map for it, right? Bit of a CIS classic, even. Anything's possible.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's always like the worry, right? Like whenever you face a team on a map that's like known within their region to be a bit of a classic, you know that they're going to have lots of ideas, they're going to have lots of protocols in place as to how to respond to you. And on top of that, we know Jerry is someone who likes to do his homework, right? I think in essence there, you know, there's a bit of a parallel to be drawn between maybe him and like a BlameF. I don't think anyone watches as many demos as BlameF does, but I know Jerry is equally as obsessed with having a detailed like idea as to how his opponents play, what their usual tendencies are. And so this T side, this is why we saw forZe pick a CT side start on Dust. Is like now they get to put some of these knowledge about the setups, the way that they approach a CT side into practice. Jerry peeking out long. And there is a man pushed up close. You got to be careful. It's only the pistols, right? But we've seen these exact rounds get out of hand before.
Yeah, even so, I'm not worried about this one just yet. Mainly default, or... Oh no, that's a lie. Mainly deagles. Cole aggressing on Cat. No flash to do it though, and they'll get chewed up, spat out, everything in between. Blame with a kill, but it's come a bit late here as forZe have a 4v2. Flame's going to back up into the side, but they know he's there, and they've killed the B player, so there's no real reason to run A other than the confidence and to just go for the kill. You don't want to lose the round from a decision like that, though, and it gets awfully close. If Blame killed that second player, you might have been regretting the decision, but bomb is traded. forZe keep it up. 8 rounds found, but again, you know, I'm still going through the motions. I'm still waiting for these ecos to be put to bed, as they should be, before Cole have everything they need and a game plan to close out this series.
Yeah, we get to see that Zorti Poison head-to-head. Almeza fast down middle.
Almost.
Poison was about to find this. Instead, he hears the footsteps, but they're way quicker than Cole are ready for. Poison getting back into the B site. Mid-control taken. Hanging in the balance thanks to BlameF removing one of these mid players. And forZe looked like they wanted to pick up the pace and go for a B hit. Will that still remain the case with smokes down in the tunnels? They're flashing through, they're pushing in, they deal with JKS and Poison dead as well. The B bomb site belongs to forZe, a 9th round. Looking as good as done. And now, right, if this is the save, and normally it would be, right? Most teams would elect to save in a situation like this. Now it's feeling doable, right? Like, I was with you. I'm going through the motions. I'm letting it play itself out first. You know, you're breaking some eco rounds. Yeah, you're winning those. You're meant to, right? But now this first rifle, dominantly in favor of forZe, puts them in a really good spot to make this comeback happen. They had a pretty rough time in that first half with the punishing CT economy. Well, now they can deal that same rough hand to Cole.
Baby steps. Maybe some exits here, but they're all hiding in spawn. Oh, hey, Skin Club. Didn't see you there. Wait, you're saying that's a $3 for me? And all I have to do is use a link in the chat by typing !Skin Club? Nah. That sounds too easy.
I don't believe it.
Wait, it's true?
Wait, that's real?
Sipping the Kool-Aid. Big Little.
Big drink.
I love Little's forZe shirt, you know? With the logo on the front. You know, it's white. Just
He was facing the wrong way.
Yeah,
so.
not the time for me to call
He's coming back around.
Oh,
it's like we're watching a solar eclipse take place. You know, we're waiting for the perfect moment, and here it is.
Nice. It's a cool shirt. Very cool logo. Hat on for Poison. Talking to cool kids.
I'm looking. I'm. Hang on a second. I do like the forZe shirt. I wanted to make sure it was definitely a forZe shirt, even though it obviously is. I don't know why I was freaking out about it. I never realized the forZe logo had a man on it. Until just now. And I've cast this team a lot, so I'm clearly not very attentive. Ooh.
Oh dear. It's only a half buy round to save guns, but already it looks like it's coming to a bitter end.
Yeah, man. We can put a man on a moon. We can put a man on the logo. And forZe. And stick a man up on the catwalk as well. Flip barges in from the lower tunnels. Yeah, he's naded out of the round. BlameF is still here fighting, but he is all alone in a 1v4 essentially, calling for Config to come and help out. And forZe haven't even committed yet.
Yeah, even just waiting here can put the seed of doubt in the minds of Cole. They've got no info, they're spotting along, they're wondering why it's so clear, but it's not. Zorti was posted on the plat, waiting for that exact mistake. And now, this went from, you know, maybe the guns can do something to Blame on his own, getting flashed off. There were two smokes, they're not using them. One has crossed, the bomb has not. Kenzie makes it there eventually. I think he just went back to pick up a Molotov, risking the bomb and doing so, but not much of a risk with Zorti providing cover in every place. So there it is, forZe, 10 rounds, Harry. No longer an easy game for Cole. The Prophet, Mr. Russell, rubbing his hands at the idea that this comeback might be attainable after all.
Feeling a little better about it now, right? Yeah. That first half I was getting worried, and with Config looking as good as he is, I was, I don't know, I wasn't feeling so good. But now, forZe are reminding us, you know, why we even consider them to have a chance in this series, right? They beat VP on day one. Now they're looking to make a comeback happen versus Complexity. The reinvestment's back in. It's a double AWP. Config on the secondary alongside Poison. Config's been stealing a lot of the limelight here on Dust, and now he's really coming for Poison's throne. Can he be a talking point in this round?
Okay, I think it's Jerry dropping the hinge smoke. He needs to aim a little left. A little left, Jerry, because that's twice now you've kind of dropped it on the ground. It's a shame to see. But luckily no AWP on the left side of middle to punish. Config is there, but he's in the window. So double AWP with no Config's AWP can be just insane at times. Rush waiting on long, and here they come, he's seen an arm, and now he's going to take a leg, continues to spray, and that will leave him dead. Kenzie rushing up catwalk to find BlameF, and oh boy, the cookie, it's crumbled. It's been taken by the bullies, as well as the lunch money. Poison gone, and his ult never sees a shot. 4-on-2, and you've got to save here if you're Cole. One of those games where Config just doesn't really, he's not in the right place, man. He's always filling the B site. And forZe have been all over A ever since Mirage. Boy, oh boy.
We're definitely feeling this slipping away. I don't know about you, Hugo. Yeah. As a Complexity picker here, how are you feeling about this? It can't be a nice feeling.
This is just the journey you take, Harry. Sometimes
as a Complexity
the biggest wins are the hardest fights.
Wow, that's pretty emotional.
Yeah, I'm crying.
Well,
they're dead. Sorry to break it to you, boys.
Well, Well,
Triple P.
are they? Are they though? But are they though?
That's worthwhile. Look
Yeah.
at forZe's money. They have 16 grand almost on
And
these players.
if Cole had saved both of those guns, they would have had a full rifle
Yeah.
round here.
Yeah.
You would have had
That's all
two
you
guns
need.
dropped over. The fifth guy can buy.
You don't
Now
need
you're
to
like
kill everyone.
partial
Right.
investing around it. Oh, that's brutal. That is a punishing hunt from forZe.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Like you can, in situations like this where you're the one pulling the comeback, you can sacrifice 4 dudes for 1 kill because the impact of that 1 kill is so much more important in the short term than your money is in the long term. You're not planning for failure at this point. You're planning for success, and it's going to plan. You know. Okay, Jerry, try number 3. Aim no, left of that. No, left of that, Jerry. Left of that. Maybe down as well a little bit. That's 3 in a row for Jerry. He's still convinced he knows it.
Yeah, well, man, it's like how sometimes the best wins are the hardest to get. Sometimes
Who said that?
Sometimes the best smokes are the hardest to hit, right? Little cat execute smoke dropped here. But there is a response from Complexity. They drop a smoke of their own to try and delay the cat play. That's really the only option they've got here. Blame F posted up with his deagle. And I knew it. He does have a matching deagle and gloves set.
Yeah, see? I told you not to disparage the man.
He is a stylish, gentle man.
Though he doesn't seem it. Oh, USP dink, poison. Can't finish the kill though, and now it doesn't matter where you go. You've got 5 on 3.
Yeah,
Trade away.
this is spiraling, man. This is about to be 12-12 for forZe, tying this game up. It looked dead to rights coming into the second half. Complexity was staring a victory in the face, but now it's back hanging in the balance again. JKS is just saving once more.
Oh, no.
It's a flawless round for
Lit.
forZe, and he might even
Oh, he changed his weapon.
just
Oh,
a missed
dear.
defeat.
Unfortunate timing there. Might have won that. Flip was low. 1 bullet. Dear, oh dear, this is not going to plan. A lot of saves, a lot of rounds decided with just 2 or 3 kills up on that A site. Conflict getting avoided. No retakes in a while for Complexity. It's a really good game out of forZe. They look calm and collected. Are you even bored? Seeming too easy for them on the T side. Come on, guys, give us a challenge. Just really good team play, trading off of each other. Everyone believing in the calls. Jerry ruffling his beard, missing smokes. Who cares? Who needs the hinge smoke? Not being punished for it at all. So right now, all fine and dandy for the forZe side. For Cole, this is getting stressful now. Like you feel like you're not, in the game. You're not being able to have any impact. Dust 2T. Side can be awful to play against. And this is why we talked about in the first half, Harry. Knife round's not really that interesting, but if you were to start CT, this is what allows you to pull a comeback. They got wrecked first half. They were 10-5 down. They lose pistol. They lose first conversion. They win their second. So it was 12-5. But when you're on the T side, you're able to, do your own plan, do your own thing, put Complexity at the, meeting of your own decisions. And even though they try and make moves like that up on Cat from Poison, he gets traded. He gets away with 1. Is it worth it? I don't know. Don't think so. They're going to commit off the kill. Blame F. Try to get in cover. He can't. Only a dink to Kenzie. And that's his second kill. Kenzie's looking lights out on the other side. And forZe sending Complexity into the darkness right now. Unknown territory, jump shots required from Config. He's hoping for a miracle. And that's probably all that can get Complexity back into a round like this. 3 on 4. They want to save, but we already know how keen forZe have been to hunt.
Yeah, and they've been so keen to hunt because in all these anti-eco rounds that they get on the back of hunting, by the way, they've kept their money just flawless, man. So you can always afford to throw bodies at these saving players, and just taking even 2 of the guns away here make such a huge bit of difference. And so there's those 2 players falling in CT. Rush should survive with his. But forZe are now in the lead. They've broken the money of complexity on the back of hunting down those saved players. And now 14 rounds really is looking inevitable. Like, forZe are on track to win this game. They've got complexity right where they want them. You couldn't be in a better position than this, right? You are not feeling any monetary repercussions from losing rounds, for going for hunts. You can do it all. Like, the world is your oyster. You are one rich man if you're on forZe. And on complexity, you're being forced into saves every round without even the guarantee of keeping the guns. That then ruins you look into the future. It's just felt like every single time forZe win a round, it's so punishing, it's so one-sided, that they're like destined to get a second just on the back of the weapons that are coming out for the side of Cole. And so the day might end for complexity in a similar vein to which it started. If you remember all the way back on Inferno, man, that feels like it was hours ago, because it was. You know, their money was constantly broken, and we saw what happened. forZe just ran away with that game. They're looking to do it again here, only this time from a huge deficit.
Oh, Poison, so close but so far. Jerry out long with a lot of speed. Flitz actually killed Poison, wallbanging him with an AK from Spawn. Yikes. Cole playing for that next round with the bye. But if they can win this one, that would be insane. That would save their bacon, well and truly. Double B push, this is the round to do it. Get that info. You've already seen a bit of long presence. You know that B is clear for now, but there's not much you can do about forZe with 5 men on long. You know they're going to wait until they get a kill, and if they don't, they will commit with the smokes. No smokes, they're going early. The molly coming down on car, implying that they're not this close, this far. And they flash instead. They try to take these fights, peeking into middle, catching JKS. There's Rush with a kill. 2 players spotted on A. Flame is trapped behind the box, and Rush has gone through the smoke. Config, hero rifle, and again, he can't play into the round. That has felt like, you know, we saw Config go 25-9 at 12-5. It looked like his playground. Ever since, he's been avoided. No rounds have ended B. None of them. He's been saving from the get-go, he's been out of position, and it's all at the doing of forZe, right? Just avoid Config, just leave him alone. Config's had 1 kill since that 12-5 scoreline, or around there. So you got to feel for him, because he was playing great, but he's probably cooled off a little bit now, right? You see his round there, his entire round is pushing B, waiting, flanking up Cat as his teammates die, and then headshot the second he comes around the corner. Doesn't get to try, doesn't get to play. And when your best player is in a position that's just getting avoided, maybe time to move him off. But you already know the second you move him off, that's when they come big.
Right? And that's what you're trying to avoid. You're just hoping that eventually, you know, you showcase that reason why you've kept Config at B so often, why he's been there, by having him hold on to that site. And if that moment never arrives, that's going to be heartbreaking for complexity. Config is someone who like in the mid round especially, he's so comfortable taking like the fights that turn the or I can't think of like, you know, really, like high impact fights in the middle of a round, and seeing him having to always be left in like, you know, 1 or 2 VXs is just brutal, because it's a very different vibe going into a fight like that where you know you've got to have impact all at the end. It's all eyes on you, to when you are still playing individually, but you're trying to influence the mid round, setting your team up for success. forZe now at 14, now in the lead, and just 2 away from taking this series over complexity. This could be the last buy round we get out of Cole. They need to have results right now, or else this could be over.
Jerry just jumps up Cat, by the way. He doesn't even try and do the hinge smoke this time. He's finally accepted defeat, but in doing so, it's victory, because the fact that you can do that is showing where Cole are at right now. They can't even fight middle. They don't have the weaponry for it. The AWP is sat back on long as it should be, but no double AWP. No chance at it. So, oh, Flitz walking into B right now. He must have a lurk smoke down, because everyone else is in that long position. Flitz trying to sell the fake. Big kill. Config needs this trade, and he gets it. We know he's going to get it, but he's still left on his own. He's still left doing nothing as the long play comes in. Kenzie killing Rush. Poison's got to commit to CT now and wait for the fights to come to him. He has no choice. Peeking out into long with the flash. He gets 1. It's traded. Blame goes back into the spawn. waiting for Config. The Danes in control now, 2v3. Config has a fast flank finally, and he's able to drop one. The bomb getting thrown across, but now they've got to retrieve it as their A-side player is dead, and this is suddenly a good situation for Complexity.
And it takes some time to try and cool off a bit. They reroute rounds along, but Zorti is here, still dead to Config. When you give this man a chance, when you let this guy play the round, he will give you the results. Kenzie dropping into CT, trying to play around this bomb. If they get across, he's in for a world of hurt. Peeking out, down with the first man. Oh, Kenzie not missing a beat. And he's really showing up to get forZe to this position.
Wow.
Time and time again, Kenzie has been the man, opening up rounds, closing them out, you name it, he's done it. For someone that a lot of us probably weren't familiar with when he moved into this forZe squad, he's certainly looking impressive.
Yeah, he's been a clutch king, right? We had, I think it was Kenzie yesterday on Overpass with that 1-on-4, was he not, in the post plant? Just tearing them on the A side. And you would have had all your money on Config. I certainly did there. 3 kills in the round, finally played into it. Big impact frags, saves his teammate out long, and still gets tapped out by Kenzie. Complexity, this was 12-5. This was their game to lose. And, well, it looks like they've gone and lost it. One round is all that separates them from the lower bracket. And that is not what you would have expected, given how the series has gone so far. forZe, huge props. They have looked unbelievably good. And now they just got to look that little bit better for one more round. They haven't lost any coming, all the way back into this T side. Since they won their force fight in round 3 of the half, it has been all forZe. And so why stop now?
And look at it, it's so grimy, right? Look at how they're approaching round 15. They're just waiting. They know the pressure's on Complexity. They know that the pressure's going to be getting to them, and they're feeling like they've thrown this game away. So they're holding, expecting aggression to come through to try and be the difference maker. Cole haven't really given them any of the aggression they were hoping for. forZe are fine with that. Now they group up over here in mid, looking like this is a mid to B. Finally, Config might have a bit more of a chance here to play in early. JKS and him at the B bomb site. This is it. This is the moment that we've been waiting for. The moment that Cole have been waiting for. Finally, Delta B play. Blame around the smokes, trying to cut off the mid to B, and he's doing good. He's doing well. Jerry turns on a dime. Now the players need to get out through tunnels because this mid play has been dismantled. Flip with the first. JKS is still on the car. And support's coming in from middle. It's grinded to an awkward halt. Zorti all alone. And put in the grave. Complexity. They finally break the silence when they're dealt the B play.
Yeah, do you find it funny that they literally win 10 rounds in a row on A and then they go B and they finally lose? That's, I don't know, that's poetic justice right there. That's the case in point, the evidence as to why we were seeing forZe just split this A side from cat and long, round after round. Relying on that AWP to get those A picks, killing the car players, freebies, forcing saves. Not today. Cole lived to fight another round. And now they're thinking about OT. Now they're reminded what it's like to win. It's been a long time coming. But can they build upon it? Rush with the AK at long. Gifted that. Poison with the AWP. Back at cat. Still BlameF hanging around CT spawn to try and gimp his way through the smoke again if it does come down. But forZe, going back to B again, I don't know if that's going to be their decision. Why would you, when this A site's treated you so well? That being said, they've not seen Poison up in this position before. He's usually been on the cross. So, are they ready to flash him off? Are they ready to clear him out of the A site? He's trying to dodge it right now. He's looking away from the flashbangs and trying to turn back in. There's one. Smoke down, Poison. Oh, he's going through it. He's going round it. He's looking for anything he can get, but a missed shot might be the death of him, might be the death of Complexity in this series.
Once again, Kenzie to get that opener. BlameF flashing over the palm tree. Oh, the swing is good, but Kenzie, even faster. Rush can't hold on from long. He's dealt with one, and is that enough, right? A 3-on-3. There's at least a chance for Complexity. Config is fast on the approach, up through ramps, sidelines Kenzie out of the round. So now we look, Jerry and Zorti posted around this bomb. First man dealt with, Config with the reply, and they've seen Zorti's barrel, even though he gets the kill. Config trades it out, and Complexity now onto 14.
Okay.
A chance at overtime. Config doing it all, doing whatever he can to actually get to play the damn game.
Please let him play A, guys. Please swap him out right now. Get him off the car position. We don't want him in B anymore. forZe aren't coming there. We know it. Oh my goodness. What a round. This guy does not know when to quit. It's got to be 30 bombing at this point. An NT for forZe, but this game goes on. Whether you like it or not, autos are out. They've still got the money. Never, ever leaving them. Playing back along with a nade. He's going to try and cross pit. Everyone's blind, so he makes it there alive with no info, only the presumption. Almeza now knows. Just burning his util as nades come in. And they flood out. 4 of them on long, 3 CTs, and Rush dead. Blame in the pit with a repeat from Poison. He'll die. He'll just miss his shot. Blame gets overwhelmed. No. And oh, how it falls apart right at the bitter end. Look at the reset. They don't even commit. They hold off. They wait for the aggression. And Config is flashed into a fight he can't stand tall in. 34 kills. Doesn't matter. It's JKS here surviving for the series. It may be too low, but this is too far gone.
Yeah, he's rerouted up towards shore, but at this point, man, like, forZe are ready for anything that he can throw their way. This would be a clutch of the ages for JKS, and it's not one that should ever happen. 2 low HP players, that is the light at the end of the tunnel, what he's hoping he can exploit. The problem is there's just so many crosshairs ready to trade this. JKS with the swing, down goes the first. Oh, more damage. Now all 3 are low. Now maybe, but still it's unlikely. He's not moved from short, he's not gained ground. Another JKS, both low. Time ticking off the bomb, he's got to get in, he's got to get on it. And they're just playing around it as a third man, around that defuse. The spam can't connect, and there it is. forZe take the victory, the full 30 rounds. And they celebrate so hard, they crash the damn camera.
What an incredible game from forZe, man. Oh, dear. I don't know how they pull that game back. They never let go. They never gave up. 12-5 down. The 4 spies, man. The 4 spies. Across this series, that was the big talking point, right? Looking back at Inferno, that's what it came down to, the economy. Mirage, Cole step up in a big way. But right here on Dust 2, right when you're ready to count them out, right when Colt are counting their chickens before they've hatched. Boom. The farmers come in, they take all the eggs, they run off.
Scrambled them. Like, honestly, bro, that was unreal. And for forZe, like, this was a team that even when they were on the rise, they would sometimes struggle with, like, getting these games over the line. The fact that they remain so resilient, they keep that comeback coming in, I don't know, man, I'm impressed. What did you folks make of it?
So the prophecy came true, and forZe wins it, and they go to the final of the upper bracket. I'm speechless. That was great. Config hit 17 frags when there was a 10th round. Then he hits like 25-26 and gets silenced because forZe changed the pace, they change their roll-time destination, and they don't come to him.
Yeah, that was a game with multiple chapters in it. The first one, as you mentioned, was Config going absolutely havoc for Complexity. Huge first half for them. As Harry and Hugo were talking about, you feel like Complexity have it in the bag. That's it. It's the end of map 3. And then forZe with their, as you just mentioned, the change of pace, the change of rhythm on their T side when they were attacking, forcing Complexity to wait out the last seconds. Poor Rush exploited towards that pit position on the A side, but very late, very annoying, very grimy. And then Kenzie, we need to talk about Kenzie. Like, he found so many key kills at the very end, even if, you know, in terms of stats in the series, it's just decent, but the clutch, the 1 versus 2, and then his double entry on long at the very end, that is so impressive. This is a very, very legit result from forZe.
Yeah, and if Config didn't hit it like that, if he didn't do the job he did, they won't be so close. forZe would take it pretty confidently. So we are a little bit delayed, and the second match is coming on its way, and we are waiting for that with you. So it's 5-10 minutes of break time, and we are coming back.